lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos.
Now that's the intro. What's up, everybody? Happy console launch day for those that actually got it. And for those that didn't get it, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. This is level 120.
We air this on Thursdays.
Yeah, time travel.
This
Happy
is being
PlayStation
recorded
5 launch day.
on the day.
Ooh.
You're listening to it in the future.
Or the past.
This-
Our past.
Is this one not live?
I don't.
I'm on Twitch right now. Can you see me?
Hi, Mom.
No.
Wow, that's an intro.
He just
All
punched
right.
the mic.
Did that work?
Don't punch the Patreon's mic.
What is wrong with you, Elliot?
Sorry, Mike. Can I punch Mike Pitch?
I will
He's
allow
not a
it.
patron, so yes.
Oh, okay. He sucks.
Yeah. Joining me today is two other plebs that wasn't able to get Series X or S. What's
Hold
up,
on.
Nate? Or not Nate? What's up, Corey and L? Y'all throwing me off. I had a.
What's
I had
wrong
an
with you?
entire Intro.
Can you not tell us apart either?
I had an intro. You guys are throwing me off.
Come on, Casper. Get with the program.
Anyways,
And also,
I don't
then we-
have a Series X by choice. Thank you very much.
I don't have one by Target. Screw you, Target.
Target's choice.
Yeah, so
I don't have one in the room with me.
All right, Nate, enough of you.
But Nate
I need to
is
vent.
our overlord today, and he has a Series X.
Do you hear that?
I want to vent.
L wants to be imposter. He wants to vent.
Is that,
Go ahead,
is that an
imposter.
Among Us joke?
No, not at all.
Because I had pasta for dinner. Now, let me tell you, that was delicious.
All right, we're not going to do the food talk this week.
Oh, no food talk. Sorry.
No food talk
I just
this
wanted
week.
to say that
Series X and S talk.
Target, for whatever reason, has my estimated date of getting the console on Monday the 16th, which is... Oh,
That's not today. That's not launch day.
That's the last time you're going to have something on your lap for quite a while there, Ken.
For those that don't understand what Elle just said, my puppy Harley just jumped on my lap.
Well, I was going
I
to
don't think she qualifies as a puppy anymore.
Yeah, it's not a puppy.
She's bigger than you.
What? Fine, my dog Harley. Whatever.
Because Kenny's eating for two. So... I forgot what I was saying.
I forgot what we were saying.
Target.
What is this intro?
Target
All
bad.
right, good Patreon content. All right, so anyway, yeah, so instead of getting my console today, it shipped today, and it didn't even ship until tonight. I just got an email saying it shipped. So my hope is that next Monday is just a placeholder date, and it will actually arrive sooner. So I will find out in the coming days, I guess, when I see a tracking thingy. But
Now, did you pick Target for a reason?
because Best Buy wasn't working, and what were the other things?
Okay, so it wasn't
Microsoft
like
wasn't
your
working.
top choice.
No,
It
I
was
just
the
trying
only
them all.
website, or it was the only
Yeah.
store that you could get into.
And then Amazon
because
did
they
it.
wouldn't be my first choice.
Amazon did it
Just
an
saying.
hour later, and I wasn't privy to that.
Amazon wouldn't be my first choice either.
Yeah.
See, with Amazon, people are either getting them or they're getting something that says you'll have the console before December 31st. I see a lot of that.
Mhm.
That's no bueno.
I
Amazon.
mean, I was on Amazon within the first few minutes after it opened up, I think, the first minute or two. And shortly after that, they sent me the email saying, you may not get it on whatever, because of stock or whatever. But
Yes.
that was just the CYA. I
So
think.
Target is on my shit list. I called them up. I went full Karen on it, like Corey told me to. And they're like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it now that it's shipped out. I said, come on, you can make it expedited shipping. No, sorry, sir. We can't do that. I'm like, all right, well, this is the last time I ordered anything from Target. And yeah, Karen. It was good times.
Rightfully so.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
With Amazon, it's actually quite ridiculous that, they're willing to sit there and fulfill orders like that, but even though they know they're not going to have the stock to be able to sell them all.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably Microsoft's
who knows
fault.
how it works? Who knows how it works if they know how many they're going to get or what?
But you got yours right, Koosh, in a
I got mine
timely
today.
fashion.
Yeah, I was sweating it for a while, for days because they hadn't sent or they hadn't ever changed the shipping. It was just like, we'll let you know when we're going to send it out. That didn't mean they were going to send it out on release date. There was no indication. And then about a week ago, I guess, it flipped over. I think while we were playing World War Z, it flipped over and or something like that. So I was thinking I was going to get it, and then they didn't ship it. They didn't actually send the notification that they were shipping it until like Sunday or something like that. So, and then it was just bouncing around from distribution center to distribution center, 50 miles east, 50 miles west. They're just driving it like 4 times by my house. Just going to different distribution centers, and then I could actually watch them today. And I saw the delivery guy was in my neighborhood. And then before they got to my house, it was lunchtime. So I saw them drive to Popeye's Chicken. I saw them going through the drive-thru. I saw them sitting in the parking lot eating. And then I saw them come back out to my neighborhood. And then half an hour later, it was on my porch. So
That's terrible.
yeah,
That's hilarious. That's terrible.
I mean, it's cool that I can see that, but it also stinks that I can see that because then you're just like, oh, are you kidding me? Are you
Do
kidding
you
me?
have to eat? Gosh.
Yeah, gosh.
people want
So-
their consoles.
And then to top that off, my daughter got in trouble last night. So we took the TV away from her. So she had no TV for a while. And then I was just like, I was talking to my wife. I was like, so about that punishment. She goes, oh, she has the TV back now. I said, sweet. So she can help me set up the Xbox. And she's like, yeah. So we set up the Xbox. And, yep. Luckily, you only need 2 inches or 1.5 inches of airspace above it. So I am team vertical.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, team vertical. I was afraid I was going to have to go team horizontal, but I did a quick Bing and saw that I only need 1.5 to 2 inches, and I have 2. So I am team vertical. And it is out there in the living room, and I've set it up, and I set up the Netflix and the Disney, and
Doesn't
that's all I've
vertical
done.
doesn't vertical mean it could be tipped over?
No, that thing is way too heavy to tip over.
It's a thick boy.
Yeah.
It,
At this point, it's holding the house down. If there were a tornado to come through, I think it would hold the house in place. It's like a, yeah. It's like
I'm
a dwarf
trying to
star.
picture your setup. Like, you obviously have an enclosed space that you're putting this in, and it will still fit vertically.
Yes. So we have like a low, I guess, entertainment center. It's basically got 3 drawers and 3 doors. So it's like drawer with a door above it, and then just a flat top, and then the TV's on the wall. And, yeah, so I can fit my Xbox Series X, and external drives and my Nintendo Switch all in one little section there on the side. So I was worried that I was going to have to juggle wires and do a whole bunch of stuff. And like I said, once I saw that the clearance was only 2 inches, I was happy because I didn't have to reorganize everything. I just wiped a little bit of dust off, where it showed, and then put everything in place. So I have not played with it at all. I've just set up accounts. I made sure that my daughter could watch her Disney, watch her Netflix. My wife's
How
out there
long did the
watching Gilmore
updates take?
Girls. The updates didn't take long. It took a couple minutes. I did have an issue, where I think part of it was due to Microsoft setting up all the new accounts today. So it was taking a long time to sign in, on, the 2 accounts that I use on my main Xbox. And I was using the phone app to kind of set everything up. But then because I also had to leave, and go do like a grocery delivery from the garage, by the time I came back, it was like in the middle and I had stalled. I had missed a timeout to push a button or something, so I had to restart the process. So I switched from using the phone app to set it up to using the controller, and that all worked fine. So, like worst case scenario, if your setup gets interrupted, you can still do it with the controller, not a problem. And now that they've ironed out all the authentication issues, it should be a snap. So,
what's the first game you're going to play on it?
Guess.
Ori.
Not a new game.
It's Ori. I'm going to go fire up Ori. I just have to hear that music. I have to see how quickly it loads. I just have to run through a level real quick. And then, yeah, that's what I want to see.
I imagine if I had it, I might play something like Tetris, Planet Coaster, Falconeer, Fuser, just if I had the thing. But, like a pleb, as Fufu called me, I played all 4 of those new launch games today on my 1X. They worked fine. They worked fine. A little slow. They worked fine.
Now talking about the Xbox or you?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. No, Tetris was actually, normal. I really didn't see anything with that one. Falconeer seemed okay. Planet Coaster is there's a lot going on in Planet Coaster. Nothing was laggy or anything, but that was just a game. I can't imagine how better it would be on something like a Series X. So I'm interested to see. But Fuser in particular, it takes a while to load up. So that one could definitely benefit from a series console. I've actually been playing that the longest because I'm going to be reviewing it. So I've had a copy for almost a week now. And it's a fun little rhythm game. But yeah.
Tell us about
new games, old console. You want to hear about Fuser, huh?
Yeah. Harmonix used to be awesome. Are they still awesome?
Yeah, they're always kind of awesome in my book. I love the Rock Band days and Dance Central days. Even DJ Hero was cool.
DJ Hero is good.
Yeah, this is no DJ Hero, but it kind of scratches a little bit of those itches. So what you're doing is you're managing 4 different tracks, like a bass track and I guess a vocal track and 2 other tracks. I don't know what you would call them because they, depending on what song you're picking, changes if it's a guitar or some kind of synth sound or piano, different things like that. But you're managing 4 of them, and you're swapping them in and out on downbeats and pickup beats, just to make a big mix. Like you're playing for this big stage, like Bonnaroo or something like that, and you're just mixing all these songs together. And there's a career mode. And I'm playing through that, and I'm over halfway done. And it was really cool, like the first stage, and then kind of in the second, like I guess I call it world. It's not really a world, but the second out of 6 worlds, it was pretty cool because they're like teaching you new things. But I'm in the 4th world now, and they're still teaching me new things. There is so much going on in this game, and it's probably just me, probably rhythmically. Have a rhythmic deficiency going on, but 5 stars is pretty difficult. I've only achieved it twice, and I don't know how I did it. I complete every, you get goals and objectives as the mix goes on, and you can fail out if you don't please the crowd or you miss these things. And I've never failed out, but I'm doing all the objectives, and you barely might crack 3 stars. And so you must have to do just constant switching. And like I said, as I'm learning there are new things, they keep adding on. Now I'm starting to distort the tracks even more. It's a lot to manage, but it is fun. It does, however, suffer from the bass rock bandness of these rhythm games, to where you have your set tracks that the game comes with, and yeah, I'm unlocking them as I go. I get credits, and you can buy some, but eventually you're gonna max that out. And I'm hearing the same songs over and over and over.
Are they real songs, or are they made for the
these
game?
are all real songs. It's got X gonna give
Boyfriend.
it to you. It's got Call Me Maybe on there. It has Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna.
Ooh, good singing,
down.
Corey.
Yeah, thank you. It's got all that stuff, but I'm sick of hearing these songs, and I still have to hear them for another half a game. They just came out with a launch pack DLC thing. Has 25 extra songs, and some of them I'm interested in, but the damn thing is $45. It comes with the VIP version which is $100, but If you don't get that, you can pay $45 or you can pay $2 a song. And I don't know. I'm not ready to revisit those days of continuous DLC, but that would definitely help the game out for sure. And it's got some multiplayer co-op stuff. I haven't really dealt with that, but you can battle and do stuff like that.
That was my question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So is it 4 players? 2 players?
It's 2 players, I believe. I don't think there's anything to do with 4. And you can play cooperatively where you're kind of going off each other, or there's a battle section, which I have not been able to find anybody online yet. I'm hoping I can check that out probably tomorrow.
And I assume you're just using your controller, right?
Yeah, there's no peripherals for this. It's all controller based. And yeah. So... yeah, but it's a rhythm game. Rhythm fans would probably like it. Like I said, for me, it's hard to recommend something like at full price for this when there's so much DLC that just makes the game. I don't know. I would probably wait on the sale, to be honest.
I remember the same exact problem when Rock Band 1 came out. You heard Say It Ain't So 1,000 times.
Right.
And Creep. And that first
I came into
song.
Rock Band with Rock Band 2, but at that point you could like import Rock Band 1, so you had a ton more already.
These games
that was really
are better
good.
once you have a library going. You can play the songs that you want.
I was all
the
in.
base game is always meh.
I was all in for the DLC, but I also had people over playing every week, so
Same.
it was worth it.
Yeah.
They're the best party games.
And I only want to mention it because I just saw it, and I mentioned it in Discord. Planet Coaster. I tried the tutorial. I got the achievements for that. Got it on the tag. I was complaining about there's a lot going on in that game, kind of like City Skylines. It's just so much to do and to know, and they do a good job of doing it, pairing it with a controller. But I just noticed on TA that it says keyboard and mouse support, so that will fix my problems. They're not really problems, but if I can use a mouse, I think that would just be a little better. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try that with the keyboard if the Xbox One X version lets me do that. Because it currently, unlike City Skylines, there's not a Win 10 version of this. There is one on Steam, but not with achievements.
I am very, very much looking forward to Planet Coaster. This is one of those games that I'm holding off until I get my Series X so I can play. I love roller coaster games.
Is this a Switch game?
Oh no!
Oh, because you use your Switch as a coaster now. Insert badum tish.
Drink coaster.
That took me a second. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, you ride around in it in your house. Oh, that's the Mario Kart thing.
I'm sitting here looking at this is published and developed by Frontier Developments, and Frontier did like Jurassic World, the Zoo Tycoons, Thrillville, Elite Dangerous, Scream Ride. So a lot of games that I really, really like these guys did. So I'm very much looking forward to this.
In the old Roller Coaster Tycoon, can you like actually ride the coasters like first person?
In Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you can.
Okay, you definitely can do that here.
Oh, that's also why I want the Series X. Just because I'm sure being able to ride the roller coaster will function better on that than like my Xbox. I don't think my Xbox can quite handle that.
But yeah, cool stuff. I wish I could play Ori though in 120 frames per second goodness.
And 4K.
Yeah, my TV. So when I was doing the setup, I had seen some articles saying to, check your TV settings, make sure you're getting the optimal whatever. My TV, I think I got it in 2015 or 2016. So yeah, it doesn't do all the super cool stuff, the 120 refresh. But yeah, I still got the HDMI or,
HDR.
Yeah, HDR. Does
the new Xbox, does it have
4K.
the setup with the green checks and it tells you what will work and what
does.
won't?
So
Really?
It's so sad. It was so sad that my Series or my One X has all green check marks. My Series X has some reds. So I'm a little sad now, but I am not buying a new TV. I'm not buying a new TV just for this. So
I'm sure you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
We're all old blind men anyway.
Exactly. So,
Well, my plan is to just see if I come across one, because I had the S pre-order and I canceled it. I kind of said it's not worth it. I just won't get it. If I can come across one at GameStop and I can do the trade-in deal, I will probably get it. Because right now I just have too many. I say too many. I really only have like a handful of physical discs, but there are a couple gems in there that I just need to play and I haven't yet. So I need that disc drive.
Yeah, I went down to GameStop today to try to get one. I'm like, it's at least worth an attempt. I didn't really expect them to have it. And I get down there and there's like a couple of guys standing out the front and they're all like, do you have yours pre-ordered? I'm like, no. You're like, they have none. They have none. They're not getting in. They're not getting any anytime soon.
were they employees or did those guys just punk you?
Well, so I was thinking I was getting punked. So I actually sat there for a few minutes just kind of talking with them and, just hanging out for a bit. And then one of the employees wound up walking outside and verified it. So I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll go back to work.
See, I have a GameStop employee that told me, well, I've read that all GameStops are getting them. And you obviously, a GameStop employee probably can't confirm that, but their store was getting them and they heard other stores were getting, some physical that for the launch day. You know him too, but, certain mister around town told me that.
Yeah. They'll be back in stock. It's been a crazy year, obviously. So when it comes down to it, these things were going to sell out no matter what, no matter how many of these things they made, it was going to sell out. But being 2020 being what it is, it's just that much harder to find one. I know the only place that was more of a guarantee to try to get it was Costco. But considering I don't have a Costco membership and I don't really know anyone with one, so it's just like, well, I'm not going to try that out.
And then you don't know any old people with one.
And I don't know any old people with one. That way they can go in there and
I
give
know
me
what
my
you're trying to do. You're
hour.
trying to get in that early seniors only time.
Well, yeah. If they can get in there an hour early, snatch you on, that'd be great. Now I'm regretting the BJ's membership and not the Costco. Yeah, no luck for me for the Series X. They'll be out eventually.
So if they had the Series X, you would have been able to get one?
Oh yeah,
without
if they
the all
had
access thing, you would have done it?
Oh, no, I would have. I have to have the all access.
Okay.
Teenagers are expensive. Fun fact.
Just don't have any more.
Yeah, definitely not. That would be a terrible idea.
Totally.
But yeah, what have you been doing this week, El? Besides not getting your Series X from Target.
Stop rubbing wound in my salt. So.
What? That's not that expression.
Yeah, it is. Very salty. So my main focus in November was supposed to be Chewy's Championship Calendar Cookie
Close
Championship Challenge. And this month is all point and clicks. So me being the brilliant
Crazy.
person I am, I put around 30 of them into my RTDL pool.
Of course you did that.
And
Instead
took
of just
out
playing one.
and took out a lot of others. So when I got my list, I was excited, and then, of course, I became quickly overwhelmed. So I have several in progress. So I've talked about guard duty. That one is I'm still doing that one on my own. I found one weird quirk in it, though. When you go to save the game, it has around, 6 or 8 save slots. You can't overwrite a save. You actually have to go down and delete one in order to save it.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And of course, one time I was doing this, the game crashed. And I lost
Oof.
I lost like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of progress, but it was annoying.
That's not so bad.
But it was annoying.
That's a pain, but it's not so bad.
Yeah. But I still love you, guard duty. I talked about getting Goosebumps last week because my son started reading the books. And Goosebumps, trying to go through without a guide has been the hardest one to figure out so far because there's so many different things you can pick up. So we have like 40 things in our inventory and have no idea what to do. So we're still working our way through that one. Oxenfree, for some reason, is labeled as a point and click.
That's not a point and click.
Can anyone explain this one? I know. We need to just worry about our veiners. I wish that game had a double jump or a skip dialogue option because I really liked it the first time, and the second one was the silent playthrough. But this one, I have to be nice to people. This is not good.
I'm gonna need some updated achievements for show.
Don't do that.
Hey, Extillion.
So speaking of games that are not point and clicks, Gone Home was on my list of games. I only had one achievement left, the developer's commentary. And I'm in a party with MDP, and he's like, that's not listed as point and click anymore, right? And I'm like, what? It was November 1st when I added this to my list. And
Which game?
Gone Home. Which
that shouldn't have been point and click anyways.
That is correct, but it was. And now it's just a regular old walking sim.
This one tracks your time. This is my favorite game. Let's see how long you've spent in it.
Well, I haven't played that game in a couple of years. I just was waiting on that one achievement.
Okay, all right. You're padding your excuses already, I see.
All right, tell me.
2 hours, 17 minutes. Oh, you beat me.
I did?
I'm at 2 hours, 44 minutes.
Nice. So I had it in my head that I wanted to get this game done, so I did it anyway, even though it wasn't going to count for the challenge. And I did the delightful Macca's guide. There it is. Damn it,
Can't
Vulgar.
not.
This is Vulgar's fault. And I completed. I got a completion, so I completed a game.
Good job.
I know. It is a good job.
You left one achievement?
I don't know why.
I mean, I guess it's a longer one. You got to go through the whole game.
Yeah. It only took like 10 minutes. I don't know why.
Probably for RTDL.
Probably.
So
in other
I was
words,
totally
you got
waiting for it to show up on RTDL. No, but it wasn't on my RTDL. I did it anyway. It's interesting because Chewy in the Chewy's CC Discord channel was talking about how point and clicks seem to be putting him to sleep. I can relate to this.
I can see it.
Yep.
I started Journey Down the other day. I'm like, all right, this is supposed to be like a 0 to 1 hour completion. And I don't know, it just wasn't grabbing me. And the other problem I'm getting into is that I want to play these games legit. But if I do that, I am not going to have the time to do a lot of them. So I'm running into this dilemma.
It's a crossroads, really.
It really is, because on my RTDL, I also put all the 3 Double Fine remastered games, Grim Fandango, Day of the Tentacle, and Full Throttle L. Those all showed up on my RTDL, as well as Back to the Future, the game. And I know those are all pretty long. Yeah. And
Back to the Future is so long. It's so painfully long.
It's so bad from what I hear about Back to the Future.
Is it bad, or is it just glitchy?
It's just so long.
Now, does that take place after the movie? I was trying to figure out.
It takes place in the future.
After the... Stop it. Let me ask someone intelligent. Nate.
No, it's
the
not
third
exactly the movie. So it's not trying to toe the line of the movie. It's kind of its own adventure, I believe.
Okay.
Some of it, I think the clock tower, I think maybe that's from the movie, but I mean, I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, this is just like the movie. No.
I was asking around. I asked Michelle's brother, and he said he thinks it takes place after the third movie. So that makes sense. And I think Christopher Lloyd voice acted, right? As Doc.
I'm pretty sure
that
he
is
did.
true. Yeah.
What makes Back to the Future long? Because this is saying 10 to 12 hours. Isn't that like...
That's long.
That's long, bro.
Isn't that what all of them are? Aren't all the Telltale games like 2 hours a
I guess.
chapter?
That's true.
And they all have 5 chapters, so that's, 10 to 12 hours.
Because I think most people just let the game sit there, but you can't do that for Back to the Future.
Yeah, I think the only Telltale I've actually played is Wolf Among Us. Like, that's the only one I've completed.
Oh, that one's also on my RTDL.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is
the only one well, I guess I've played 2. I've done Jurassic Park and the first Batman. And I've done part of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait, you never even did Walking Dead?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I just don't find interest in these. Hello.
I swear I've started it 5 times.
Oh, you too?
Never. Ugh. So good. I don't know. Something about it.
And The Wolf
It's
Among
not
Us
scary.
is
You'll be
barely
okay.
shorter. It's 8 to 10 instead of 10 to 12. I mean, it's obviously it's shorter.
I mean, we come down
Not
to
by,
it,
like, a lot.
point and clicks are just alternative sleep aids. So
Yeah, so a
it's a
couple
hard
of
genre to
times.
do.
I got to be interested in the property. Like, I love Batman. I love Jurassic Park. So those kind of caught my attention. And I liked both of them.
And then I had one more quick story, since I'm full of stories. The bonus this month was to find an achievement. Oh, for G-Task, by the way, was to find an achievement with the word "for" in it. And I noticed Grim Fandango has an achievement with the word "for" in it. But, of course, it's at the end of that game.
So is that the conclusion?
And that game is apparently also like 10 to 12 hours.
You just picked some good winners.
I know. I noticed Ahizo had completed it, so I asked him what he did. And I noticed there's a 4.5 hour trophy walkthrough on YouTube. But he told me he used a written walkthrough on, and he was embarrassed to tell me this, but he used the PlayStation Trophies guide. So whatever the sister website is for X360 achievements, PlayStationTrophies.com. I don't know.
So you just outed him? He's embarrassed and you just outed him.
Who did I out? Ahizo from...
Yes.
Oh, Ahizo told me that he used a PlayStation walkthrough.
For shame.
And then that's another thing. Do I want to use a walkthrough for this?
Yes.
Oh,
I know you're going to say.
I think I have something for you, El.
What's a
keep
point and
talking.
click?
Wait, you can't show me that. Oh my god!
Yep. You know what I'm showing.
I really don't.
Okay, if you look in Discord right now, there. You know what? Just for that, just for our audio listeners to see what we're talking about, I'll put a command in Discord. We'll say exclamation point L. Yeah, that'll work. Exclamation point L. I'm going to set it up right now so I don't forget.
And if the first person to do it gets kicked out of the Discord.
Sorry, Chip. You probably should have listened to the end before you started typing.
So, L, you basically went from playing a little bit of Sunset Overdrive each month to only playing point and click games.
Well, I was going to make
RTDL.
another point is that I started turning into you, Kenny, because what I've been doing.
What?
Yeah, there was actually a couple nights where I said I don't feel like playing, and then I turned on
I
Prominence
thought
Poker.
you looked brighter.
Yeah. So, oh my god. Yeah. So I turned on Prominence Poker to get the 5 in a row daily thing because I keep forgetting. But now, when I turn it on, I play for a while, and then an hour goes by, and I'm still playing. I'm like,
Right?
I could have been playing
Game's
this point and click
addicting.
for an hour. It's addicting just to say, what hand am I going to get next? What hand?
So that's actually funny you bring up Prominence Poker. So if I have my Series X, the first game that I actually want to play is Planet Coaster. But the first game I'm probably going to load up is Prominence Poker because I want to see if it takes me less than 75 minutes to actually get into the game.
It's terrible, but
It's so bad.
Is that the loading of the game or getting the server?
I don't know. I really want to know. I want to know if the Series X will make that more bearable because for the longest time I would play it load it up daily to keep my streak alive. But that load time, it's like I just don't feel like doing it anymore. And I haven't turned it on for well over a year until you guys started playing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll start doing my dailies again. But that
would be the perfect xCloud game, I think.
That would be a good xCloud game.
You know, I think that would be a good xCloud game.
Yeah. I can see it.
The other thing I wanted to quickly mention is that I finally got my fourth quarterfinal win in Rocket League after at least 30 attempts.
Oh, that's why you haven't been asking for tournament invites.
No, I'm not doing it anymore. And I did it with my son, who also got his fourth at the same time, and MDP helped us out. And we made it to the quarterfinals, and then we actually lost in overtime in the quarterfinals. So that was something.
I can't wait till the next batch makes you win a final.
Actually, I did do one more tournament with MDP, and no one else was around, so we played with a random. We went down 1-0, and he quit. This is why playing with randoms is terrible. And then we wound up losing 4-2. So it was a good game. We could have possibly won with a third player. Randoms suck. I actually have one more game to talk about, but I've been talking for way too long. Nate,
you said one more time like 3 times now.
What?
You've said I've got one more story for you like 3 times now.
I have one more story.
Make it 4. Nate, what'd you been up to?
Well, so I played Knights and Bikes. Oh, yeah.
You've been really excited for this.
Yeah. It's a cool game. I am glad I started it. It's Double Fine. I've been waiting for it forever. I was very jealous when I saw that it was going to PlayStation and not the Xbox. And then I kept tweeting Tim Schafer, and he was just never replying. I was like, "Come on, Tim,
what's
the deal?" But then, luckily, Microsoft bought them, and we finally get Knights and Bikes. This game is cool. It is like your Costume Quest. It's very much a Costume Quest feel to it. It's got a very cool soundtrack. It's kind of punk music, and you're not, controlling 3 characters like you are in Costume Quest. You're controlling just 2 girls, and it kind of starts out, it feels a little bit like Tell Me Why, because it starts out on this ferry, and you are, it's raining, and I was just like, this is reminding me of Tell Me Why for some reason. But then it very quickly goes from that point. The 2 girls meet up. They're not friends initially. They meet up, and, you're basically, at that point on, you are just figuring out how this game works. Now, Costume Quest is an RPG. This is more of an action game. You can switch, if you only have one person, you can switch between the 2 players. And it's more of a combat action. They kind of have, a lot of the action in it is kind of in the imagination of one of these girls. Now I played through, I want to say like the first level, the first zone. And I had to stop there for the night, and I'm really enjoying it. I love Double Fine. I love the atmosphere of this game. It looks great. Yeah, it's super cool.
I'm watching the launch trailer. This has a very unique art style to it.
Yeah, it's like Costume Quest.
Yeah, have you seen Costume Quest? Yeah, there's just so much to it. And it looks like there's a lot to the game. It doesn't look like it's just all this one level. It looks like there's a whole bunch of different levels and a whole bunch of crazy story going on. So I'm looking forward to that. The achievements have been pretty much what you'd expect.
Dude, they're hilarious.
Yeah. Like just weird random things are happening. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. The animation's great. It's a cool game. You got to check it out. It's Game Pass. You got Game Pass. Why not? It's super cool.
And
the other game, unless you guys have any more questions about Knights and Bikes?
No, I was just admiring the achievement list. I see Peer Pressure spelled P-I-E-R.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
there's
I
puns
see
everywhere.
Sword in the Scone. I'm liking this. Hey, you guys, spelled H-A-Y because it has to do with hay. Oh my god,
it's a cool game.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm enjoying that.
All right.
The other game I played is Evergate. Now, I just picked this up last night because it just came out last night. It's a launch title for the Series X, and I have been playing it on my old game.
Rubbing it in.
Now, it's a $20 game, but it's on sale. Well, no, I'll talk about that later. Yeah. It's a $10 game. It's a $10 launch title. And let me tell you, it is worth every dollar, in my opinion. This game is not subtle about their influences. It is Ori through and through.
Oh,
I never would have guessed.
This is an Ori platformer. It does not have the combat of an Ori. It is essentially Ori with just that power that allows you to redirect projectiles. So you are kind of just going through the levels, and it's as if Ori met Rayman Legends. Every level that you go through has 3 things you're trying to do. You're trying to destroy all these crystals, but the only way you can destroy a crystal is by lining it up so that it is in a line between you, the crystal, and some sort of white surface. There's just like these white surfaces, and for whatever reason, your energy or whatever it is, your chi, I don't know, can only make a straight line between you, the white surface, and anything in the middle. If it's a crystal, will give you a boost. So you do that, you'll get propelled in the direction of the line. So the 3 things you have to do are destroy all the crystals, touch all these little flame icons that are scattered throughout the level, but also get to the door at the end of that one screen level before the time is up. Now, you don't have to do all those things at the same time. You can do them independently. You can just focus on, okay, I'm going to get all the crystals this time. And the next time I go through it, I'm going to get the time done. It is a fun game. It was challenging at first. I was having a hard time with it, but then I changed the control scheme so that the aiming, the way you aim and slow down time is with the right trigger. And you used to have to hold down the right trigger and then hit the X button to shoot to destroy the crystal. And for whatever reason, as I was doing that, it was just kind of messing up my trajectory and stuff. But then there's an option on the far right of the option screen that says, as soon as you let go of the aiming button, it'll press the X button for you and shoot. And that worked fantastically. I mean, that made all the difference in the world for me going through. Now I've beaten the first zone or the first overworld, which I think is like 7 maps or something like that, but I'm having a good time with it. The achievement list is pretty much what you'd expect. There's an achievement for dying. There's an achievement for every zone that you go through, getting through the zone without dying. And it says you can reset. So if you get yourself in a bad position, you kind of messed up with the crystals, you can no longer boost all the way up that you need to. You can just reset. That does not count as a death. The only thing that counts as a death is flying off the levels. At this point, I think there's other hazards later on, but it's a great game. It is the Ori redirection combat system. That's all it is. And it's fun.
From the surface, the achievements, like, this is going to be a tough completion.
Yes, I think it will be slightly challenging. But I surprised myself. I going in, I thought it was really difficult. The more I played it, the more I was feeling it, the more I was getting better at the game pretty quickly. So I hope that continues. Like I said, I've only finished the first zone. I think there's 5. So it's probably gonna get more and more challenging, but I like this game. It definitely steals from Ori. It's got that music. It's got it's just got everything it's Ori. It's Ori, but not as good as Ori. So I'm enjoying it. Recommend.
Are you going to restart it on the Series X?
Restart it? No, but I'll probably bounce around, from, during the day I'll play it here, and then at night I'll go out and I'll play it in the living room. I would like to see if it looks
Come on, you should
better.
try to be the first one to complete it, Koosh.
You can do it, Nate.
Yeah, I don't think I have the time for that.
Oh, come on.
I'm supposed to be playing point and clicks as well, and I have not started a single one.
Did you complete any?
All right. Corey, you got another game you want to talk about?
Yes, I do. I have 2 that I want to mention real quick. So the first one is a newer game. Just came out this past week. It's called Yestermorrow. Now, Yestermorrow is a 2D platformer. It's got some Metroidvania-ness into it. So it's automatically piqued my interest. And what you do in this 2D platformer is you're trying to save your village, save the town, save the world that you're in from the shadow creatures that have taken over. Now, the thing about the shadow creatures are that they have taken over in the future. not in the past, obviously. And so kind of playing on the title of the game, yesterday and tomorrow, you're bouncing back and forth in between time periods to get over obstacles that might have changed the landscape between past and the future. And as you go along and you are defeating these shadow creatures and then the subsequent bosses that show up, you get new powers, including like double jumps and time freeze and different things like that. And so it's kind of your classic Metroidvania part about it. You can also pet dogs and cats in the game, so that's a plus.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
This is a game made for me.
exactly. And
Can
so
you fish?
There's water, but there's no fish. Sorry.
9 out of 10.
Sounds like fishing.
Yeah, basically. But as you go through the game and you beat the different bosses and you travel up, you are collecting maps and different artifacts. And I mean, the game is not really challenging, but it's just challenging just enough at the end to kind of give you that little bit of satisfaction to beating it. So it's a decent game in that aspect. The worst part about it, and I really hate this, but it's really the mapping feature. Unlike a Metroidvania, there's not a real map. There is a map that you can see and that you unlock parts of, but it's only like what do they call them? Like a topography map where you can kind of see like mountains and stuff. And it kind of gives you lore, and like you have markers to say where your main objective is, but that might mean nothing to you in terms of where you are currently and where you need to go, because that map tells you you can't go left, you can't go right to get to it. So you kind of have to really pay attention a little bit to where you're going, and they tell you where to go based off east and west. So I hope you know your east from your west.
You have a yeast infection?
Now, I've played this before. The game came out a little bit, and so I was working with the devs on it. Well, I wasn't working with them. I told them about this bug where, one, the tracking was a little bit off on it. Nobody's unlocked those achievements yet. And NBA Kirkland got hold of the game, and he kind of confirmed that it seems like starting a new file made it go up by 1, and it kind of stops, but that's neither here nor there. I think they're fixing that. They've already added an update to the map thing where you can see how many pets you've pet. You're supposed to pet all of the pets, and that is kind of bugged in a good way. Whenever you do a new file, it just keeps adding on. So I've kind of already done that where I've petted all the pets, but there's still some in my main save file that I have not gotten to. And there are achievements for doing everything in a certain section. And so I'm still looking for the collectibles. I have not found all the maps, and I've not found all the artifacts. Now, I will say that I think you can get everything in one playthrough once they fix some of these things that they seem to be doing. And they've already told me that like there's another update in the works. I haven't actually checked in a few days, so it could be out there now. But in regards to the achievements, you really aren't going to miss anything until the very end. There's an achievement for doing like the very last action in the game one way, basically without collecting everything, and then doing it with collecting everything. And I don't know if you have to be quick on it, but it worked for me. As soon as I made the decision to go ahead and end the game, essentially, the achievement popped. I don't know what happens in the story because I killed the game, and I loaded it back up and put me right there, and I chose not to end the game, and now I'm going back trying to get 100% to get that achievement. So that's good that you can do that. But it is a new game that is continuously still being updated from what I can tell with the devs, and I do recommend it for platforming fans. And it's Metroidvania Lite, so that's a plus 2. The other game I want to hit up really quick is a game that I streamed last week called Bite the Bullet. Now, this is a very interesting game. It is categorized as run and gun. It's made by the same people who made Coffee Crisis, so the music in it is good. I enjoy it. The game itself is very weird in a way. I can't wait for Elroy to play it. I've been telling him he should play it because
this is a total
basically you pick between a male or female, Chewy or Chuella, and I'm not making that up. That is the name of the person or
That's amazing.
that you pick. And you're like this mutant who just can eat anything. And so you are tasked with saving this like space colony or whatever it was. I'm not sure. I didn't follow the story too closely. But as you go through, I don't know, anywhere from like 3 to 5 levels, scrolling from left to right to get to the end of the level, you'll then get to a boss, and then you along the way you're eating enemies, or you eat the boss, and you have to manage your calorie. You don't have to manage it, but you get calories and fat and protein. And if you get too much fat on you, you actually grow fatter, and you don't jump as high, you don't run as fast. It's kind of funny, but you can use that to upgrade your guns and stuff, and it's just crazy. It's just a crazy game, and it was the perfect amount of time for what I played with. Was about 7.5 hours, 7 to 7.5.
I think you say minutes.
No, this is not a quick game, and it's currently not a completable game. There are 2 marked unobtainables. I think there's actually more, but it would be some very grindy stuff, or you have to actually be good at the game.
It's a hard
I want to mention this one achievement in the game. As it stands right now, I do not know if it's going to get changed. They added a title update to this game, which is what put on my radar. It's just called title update, and it has one achievement called world record. And it says you beat the game as fast as or faster than the world record holder, Fast St. Joe. Now, this guy beat the game in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Luckily, it's glitched in a good way, is that you only have to beat the game in one sitting. So there's currently 3 people who have got this achievement, including myself. And so I decided to stream the game, and I streamed it for like 4 to 4.5 hours. And I was like past midnight, I had to turn it off. I paused the game and I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I wasn't going to play it then. I was going to play it the next evening, the next night, whenever I get around to it. But I came and I looked at my Xbox, and it had that dreaded screen where it says, "Oh, there's a system update." And I got really worried. So I said, "Well, I can't restart the thing. I'm in the middle of this achievement where I have to beat it in one sitting." And do I either risk either not getting the update, which kicks you offline, and playing the game the rest of the way, which I had figured it was going to take no more than 4 hours, probably closer to 3, which I was right on. Do I risk playing 3 hours and something happening where I don't get that achievement and the subsequent achievements that I would get along the way for beating the bosses and stuff? Or do I just say, screw it, update, and basically redo 4 hours worth of work? Well, I decided to go the former route, not update, and I stayed offline the entire day. And I played through the rest of the game. I quit the game once I beat it, and I updated the system, which took forever. And then I turned it back on, and I didn't see any pops, but I refreshed TA, and there it is. I have the achievement. I got the rest of the story achievements. Thankfully, that worked. I would have been pretty mad if it didn't, but
nice.
That was a butt clincher moment there. It was some good. It's some good TA, because it's only 3 people have done it in the title update. Not many starters on the game in general, probably because of its difficulty and the unobtainables. But if you somehow get a chance, maybe you can win the game for free, or you see it on sale, and you like running guns, I would recommend you play it if you don't care about your completion percentage, just in case they don't fix the unobtainables, but they're supposed to be fixing them. It's not bad, and it's, for me, I don't play a lot of games in this chunk of time all at once. Kind of like, it kind of gives me Maneater vibes. If you recall, played Maneater, and I kind of like did it all then, and I kind of didn't stop with it, and I had a really good time with it. I've kind of stopped to bite the bullet. I played through the whole story. I'll hit it up when I need some TAD, because there is some good TAD left in there. But it was okay for what it is, and I don't care about completion percentage. So yeah, bite the bullet. Maybe check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely one game that's on my radar that I want to do.
You would probably like it. Like, it's difficult, but it's not brutally difficult.
Well, that's good because
Like there's
Crisis
checkpoints.
did get to
There's
that point
checkpoints
where
in
it
the
was
levels
brutally-
and stuff like that, so you don't have to like beat a whole level in one go. There's always a checkpoint before the boss. I didn't have too much trouble with the bosses. One or two I maybe had to go through a few times, and then the last boss I had to do maybe 4 or 5 times. But it's not too bad. Because by that time, like, you have a skill tree, and I've almost like maxed out the skill tree. Every skill that I can get, I've almost maxed it out, and you become pretty powerful.
All right, cool.
I know I played the demo of this, I think, during that big blitz. And
Yeah.
I was not feeling this game, but
I was not feeling it either. I was actually approached by probably a PR person from Mega Cat Studios, which is the developer, and he was in another Discord that I was in, and he was propositioning people to, hey, I have codes, and and like he DM'd me, and it was really weird because he was like, hey, do you have Xbox? And like he should have known, I obviously did, because I was in the Xbox server that we kind of got in, but like I didn't take up his offer in the public server, but he DM'd me and he asked for my gamer tag. I gave it to him. He said, "Oh, you got a lot of gamer score." I'm like, kind of like small fish here in this big pond, but yeah, thanks. And he's like, "Do you want to play this game?" And I said, what do I got to do?" And he said, I just want to get his exact words, because I was like, "Is there a catch?" And he said,
this is super creepy, by the way.
Leaving us in suspense.
It is a little creepy. I almost just left the conversation. He just said, "I'll give you a free activation key, but in return, you just have to finish the game." And it was never like confirmed. Like, do you mean just beat it or get all the achievements? Because I said it looks like it's not even completable. But I just said, sure, I'll take it, and that's what I did. But sold my soul there a little bit.
He's not going to take it back, so.
If he takes it back, he can have the game back. That's fine.
All right, well, let's continue on. Obviously, I say
Mr.
that L
Carter.
has a question. What's up, L?
I'm not done yet. I got to talk about my favorite game of all time.
What game is that?
I actually completed another game, and it is called Decay.
The mayor?
It is not the mayor, but it is by the same people, and it's the same exact type of thing. But for some reason, a lot of people have played Decay the Mayor, but not just regular Decay, including you.
Well, I didn't want to play Decay the Mayor, but I did.
Were you scared?
It's not my favorite genre, no.
So Decay was a game that both Michelle and I had access to. We decided to simul it for the point and click challenge. And the walkthrough was broke it up into 4 acts. And it said, you can go ahead and do Act 1 on your own, and there's one missable in Act 2, and here it is, and this is how you get it. And then you could do Act 3 on your own. And then Act 4, you're going to want to use the walkthrough because it's all crazy. So we went ahead and did Part 1 and 2.
This is another scary walking sim. This is not a point-and-click game. At least that I recall from the other one.
You have inventory and such and use it on things, so it's kind of, I would say it's very loosely would fall into the point and click genre. You definitely have an inventory, and you use items in your inventory on items in the background and stuff like that.
Okay.
So depending on your criteria. And so apparently this was a game on the Xbox 360 indie store, which I was just made aware of. So it's kind of old. And they kept making different parts for it. So Part 4 is actually completely different than Part 1 through 3. Part 1 through 3 is like Decay the Mayor, where you just go through and you hit up, left, or right to change screens. It's kind of like Myst, another game you probably never heard of. And you go through and you click on things, and there's some story, and there's some jump scares from time to time, but they're all like nothing terrifying. It's all like you're like and you're like oh, and then you laugh. It's fun. So Michelle and I did that, and then you get to Act 4, and you're like, what the heck is this? So now they added collectibles. So if you remember Decay the Mayor, there were coins you had to find. If you didn't have a walkthrough, you would never find these coins. You don't even see them.
Oh, right, yeah.
You have coins, and you have diary pages, which you would find. And the diary pages actually help you figure out how to solve some of these crazy puzzles. But Part 4 has a slide puzzle, which sucked. And it had this bomb puzzle that you had to solve within 40 seconds for an achievement. You have 2 minutes to solve it in the game, but if you solve it in 40 seconds, you get an achievement. This is the one that Michelle and I got stuck on the most. So the walkthrough says save it here, so that way you could reload if you have to. So that was good. So we did that, and at the end of Part 4, you have a choice to make. And you could save one girl or the other, and in the walkthrough, it says now you have to play through a second time, Act 4, and pick the other choice. There's 8 different endings in the game. I was like, oh, really? So just for the heck of it, I clicked on the individual achievement description, and good old Sasha Morning had a solution that says, no, you don't have to play a second time. You just have to walk back up the stairs, and the ghost will be back, and you can ask the same question of who do you want to save. How did the walkthrough writers not know this? It's
They're
right
not good
there.
at their job.
I guess not. I'm going to have to write a letter to somebody. So yes, you don't have to go through twice. You could just go up the stairs and pick the other choice and get all 8 endings, which were not necessary, but they're all very minor differences. But overall, I enjoyed Decay quite a bit.
All right. So many point and clicks. I'm so sorry for your gaming month.
Can't wait to play some point and clicks on the Series X next week, please. Hopefully, please. And we'll get you one soon enough, Foof.
Yay.
We're trying.
Whenever GameStop gets it. But like I said, I'm not worried. Let's move on to a community question. We definitely didn't figure out who this was, did we?
Yeah, it was somebody.
Okay. So somebody asked in the Discord asked us,
Wait a minute.
what's our 5 favorite games that have under 1,000 players? Corey, why don't you go ahead and start this one off?
All right. Super quick on these. League of Evil, which is a rather like game, surprisingly enough, only has 522 started players. It's a really good platformer. I recommend it to anybody. Truberbrook, surprisingly a point and click got on here, but 617 tracked gamers. I really enjoyed this for whatever reason when it came out. It stands out among point and clicks that I played, which are not many. I've mentioned this before as well. On a Roll 3D. This is a platformer. It's a play anywhere title. And I remember playing it on my Surface at work when I actually went to a real office. But it was really fun to do, and it provides just enough challenge to make it worth it. A Metroidvania obviously made the list. 39 tracked gamers. Super Epic, the Entertainment War. This is where you're the raccoon riding like this llama and you're fighting the evil corporate pigs. Love this game, and it needs a little bit more love for it. And then last, but certainly not least, right under the requirement mark, 942 gamers. If you want to play this game, well, I'm sorry you can't. No, never again can this be added to a tag, but Turtles Quest, baby, gets that honorable mention there.
I like Turtles.
And it's not for like being excellent. It's just for being Turtles Quest.
It's for being its own thing. How about you, El? What games you got?
I'm trying to find the page now. Trying to find the page now. Where did it go?
Well, while you're looking for that, how about you, Nate? What games you got?
What games did I have? Well, I will tell you. Forgone is top on my list. I have played about 1 or 2 achievements worth of that game, and I'm looking forward to all the others. It only has 238 gamers that have played it so far, which is crazy to me. I Am the Hero is next, and that is 545. Now, I think I talked about this one when I was on a work trip, and I was playing it on the PC because my Xbox wasn't working so well for me. And it's a fun beat 'em up, and I was surprised that not many people have gone on business trips and played this game. Then a game that I know no one has heard me talk about. I love this game. I don't know why. It just didn't click with people. For the longest time, Kick and Fennec with 621 gamers. For the longest time, I think the last achievement in the game was bugged, and it was just you couldn't complete the game. You could not get the completion. And then they fixed it about a year or two ago. And then sure enough, everybody came back and finished it. All 621 of us, maybe.
I've never heard you mention this game.
Well, it's a little bit like if you were to take Ratchet and Clank and you were to mix it with Max.
That's why he likes it.
Yeah. If you were to mix it with Max, The Curse of Brotherhood and Ratchet and Clank, you mix those two together and you get Kick and Fennec. I recommend it. It's great.
But you've sold me, and by that I mean I put a price tracker on it.
There you go. and hopefully one day it will go on sale and you will get to experience it.
Hey, that kid looks like me.
Another game I talked about recently, and I know I've gushed about it, is The Last Campfire. 637 people have played it. It's a great game, and at some point it will be cheap enough, and hopefully everyone will experience this. And lastly, just a type of game that I like to just, return to and chip away at little by little is Hive Jump. You've probably heard me talk about this. It is 672. It is probably not completable by mere mortals. So Waka Pail, Gauntlet, Challenge, do it. Fun game.
All right. Did you find that games list yet?
Yeah, I had to go back
what
to
games you got?
My game collection and sort it by gamers with games or games with gamers.
Oh, that's how you do
Gamers
that.
by gamers. Yeah, I had lost that. So now I found it again.
Gamers by gamers.
So the lowest one on my list is Agents versus Villain, which I've talked about before. This is the game that if it wasn't $20, I think if it was $5, people would have it and be playing it. It's 4 players. You could play with the family and just set traps for each other and kill them. Good times. The lowest completed game I have is ACA Neo Geo 3-count bout with 124 gamers. There's a lot of ACA games, and believe it or not, a lot of them are 300 gamers or less, especially on the Win 10.
These are your favorite games?
No, but it's the wrestling one is. Wrestling is great.
Yeah, sure.
Grasping at straws here. Mowing and Throwing was pretty good. I don't know. I just like these 4-player party games.
You do? I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Do you know why? Because I can get carried. The mower of lawns. But yes, the one that I actually really enjoyed that we've talked about many times on the show is Boss 101, which still only has 500 gamers.
How is that possible? They gave out like 5,000 codes.
I don't know.
Did
What
most of
happened
you
to them?
not redeem your codes?
I completed Boss 101. It actually, I was going to throw that on my list until Elle mentioned it in our pre-show stuff. I like that game.
Heimrich, 528 gamers. Doom and Destiny, I really like, 577 gamers. Oh, Bombfest only has 675 gamers. These a lot of good indie stuff here. Yeah, even some rats like I and Me. Oh, Super Tennis Blast, sweet.
I feel like
We're
this
just
is over
reading the
5
list
games
now.
now.
Yeah.
I don't think they were
there's
his
only
favorite
5.
either.
I can't count, though.
Super Volley
Did
Blast,
you hear the question?
Rhythm Party,
It's favorite 5.
Connect,
I demand a
Nat Geo
recount.
TV, Candle the Power of Flame.
Okay, so I'm going to go since you're just reading your actual
SNK
list.
40th Anniversary Collection.
So, as a surprise to absolutely no one, I don't have a whole lot of games with under 1,000 players on my list. But I did find a couple that I actually do really enjoy playing. Game that I've streamed a while ago, Hovership Havoc. Another game that we actually just mentioned at Coffee Crisis, super good beat 'em up game. Another game that's like a kart racer. I streamed and I know we've talked about this on the show. Meow Motors. Next game that I talked about last week, Door Kickers, and then the final game from I think it was from Digerati that we got. No,
Head Up.
Thank you.
Head Up Games.
Rigid Force Redux.
You streamed this one, right?
I did stream this one.
Yeah,
also.
it's like the sideways shoot 'em up thing.
Yep, really good game. Nate, did you ever get around the Rigid Force?
I did not. I don't believe. Nope.
You'll like this game. This is up your alley.
It looked really good. Like visually, it looked pretty good.
It's very good shoot 'em up. That side-scrolling shoot 'em up games, really, really fun. I know this. I know I have my 5, but I do want to give an honorary shout out to a game that just missed the mark, but Vostok Inc. Another shoot 'em up management game. It has 1064. It should have more gamers than that. It's
an
so
auto
much
clicker
fun.
too.
Yeah,
It's a clicking game. So
it's so much fun. It's such a good game.
I want to back this hover ship up to hover ship Havoc. I went ahead and I used that very early on for TAD. It is a fantastic game for TAD.
It's a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I actually got the completion in it. I was chipping away at it and just kind of using it for quick bursts of TAD towards the end of the game. It's a fun time waster. And once you're done wasting that time, you've got some preloaded TAD you can just pop if you need it. So just a tip.
Yeah, Hover Ship Havoc. It's like a $10 game. I completely recommend it at that price point. It's like a shoot 'em up kind of roguelite-ish because of the
randomization. Yep.
The randomization. You die, you gain experience, whatever. Yeah. TA only lists as a shoot 'em up though, unfortunately. But yeah, really good game. Speaking of price points, let's get into wheeling and dealing.
Oh, I wanted to just thank somebody for this question.
Yes, thank you, somebody.
I assume it was Alex. If you look at how favorite is spelled incorrectly.
Ooh.
I thought it was Eliphalet.
Ooh, Eliphalet? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Eliphalet. He
Okay.
also likes use.
Okay, it's one of those guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But yeah, let's get into wheeling and dealing. Corey, I see you at last second added a game to your list.
Yeah, I stole this one from Koosh. What? You guys, this new game, Evergate, it's on sale. It's like Ori. Yeah, and it's in my cart.
Go ahead, steal the other details.
That's all I know.
Oh, okay.
It's like Ori. Like the music is there, and
it's like Ori without the combat.
It's a platformer. It's usually
$9.99,
and right now it's $7.99. But I don't actually know how long.
Those details. Yep.
Because it's only a day old. It's a baby.
I can tell you, it's 13 days left. So we have you got about a week and a half when you hear this for Evergate to have that launch discount of $2 off.
Since you started my list, I'll finish my list. Apocalypsis, the Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil, is $2 down from $5. It is a point and click, 2 to 3 hours. There is no walkthrough on TA, but if you search and you're a dirty PlayStation reader, you could find a solution for the PlayStation. And then, not something you want to buy now, but something to keep your eye on, a game called Slide Stars. Now, I know Corey likes this, so he took my game. I'm going to talk about something he likes. It's $36 down from $40, so it's not a great sale.
That discount.
Wow.
Yes, but, so don't buy this. Don't buy this. Bad person. Don't buy it.
Wish list it, baby.
But, exactly, wish list it or put a price watch on this. This game looks like Trials level-ish of fun.
No.
It reminds me very much of Trials, but you are on is it an inner tube? You're basically on a whole bunch of different things, a myriad of vehicles that are sliding down water slides. But it's very much like Trials. So check it out. If it looks like it's cool, go ahead and put a price watch on that.
This game, I remember
I'm checking the dark web right now.
This game should totally have your avatar. Like Doritos Dash
right.
of Destruction, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Dash of Destruction, kind of something like that. It looks like that's where it could use your avatar, but I'm just assuming that you can't because the avatar things are dead.
I think the quality looks a little bit higher than that too, but
it is a little bit higher.
They certainly think so. Because it's $40.
How about you, El? What easy games you got to recommend for us?
Well, I picked easy games from A to Z. My A game is called Ailment. It's by Epic Sar, who I think did the Airy games. That game is $7 down from $10, but I have a lot of friends who have beaten this game. Like,
because it's easy.
50 friends. Was it cheaper than this at some point? I don't know.
Or it's just easy.
It's at that $10 mark. Like, a lot of people got this rule.
Well, on the other hand,
$10
of A to Z, we have Zero Strain, an East Asia soft game, which is $5 down from 10, but I only have 14 friends with the completion. So your theory, out the window. Like trash. Not that I litter. All right, I kind of do. It's New York. We're allowed. I have a question about this other game on sale. Cruise Brothers? Rawker, you inexplicably have this on your tag.
Ew, Cruise. Yeah, I know the game.
Boxing? Sports?
That was that beat 'em up game.
Like it was.
I'll let Corey talk about it, but I watched him play it, and I'm going to say no.
Well, it's $2 down from $5.
No.
That sounds like $2 too much.
I mean, $2 isn't bad. And
now let's say someone propositioned you in an alley to give you this game code.
Knowing what I know now, I would have to reject their kind offer.
Okay.
But it is sports and it is boxing, so Hatton 90 might want to pick it up for $2. $2 quid, probably more than that. $3 quid. I don't know.
Now, is one of the brothers Tom Cruise?
I don't know. There's a lot of.
I would watch that. If he got beat up, that'd be a good game.
Okay, this Zero Strain looks kind of cool.
Well, I mean, it's Asia soft.
He found the shoot 'em up.
Yep, I found the shoot 'em up.
It does look kind of cool.
It looked busy. I was thinking old people would probably get confused with all the flashing lights.
That, and then the cover art for it looks anime-ish, so yeah, I might have to try that one.
That's all I got.
Okay, good. So, continuing on, let's get into Game Pass. We have a couple things coming soon. Didn't we say this already?
No, some of these are new.
Okay. Just making sure. Ark Survival Evolved, the Explorers Edition, is coming November 17th to Android console and PC.
This one keeps like coming and going. I think there's like the new enhancements or something, so they keep like advertising it. But
okay, that's what it is. I could have swore I've said this already on the show, but whatever. Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo 4 for the PC. Apparently, Halo 4 wasn't in there on the computer. Okay.
No. Why did they pick November 17th for that?
I have no idea. Next game. It sounds like an old, crappy, old person game. River City Girls.
Hey, that's a good game.
Oh, I'm thinking River City Ransom. Never mind. River City Girls, Android console and PC, November 19th.
I will say with that one, River City Girls, the Win 10 stack just came out. So if it's coming to PC, that is a new stack.
Nice.
Even better. Star Renegade, Android and console, November 19th. Fogs.
Oh,
Fogs.
Don't even question,
How
bro.
dare
I'm
I'm just give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Pass the ball.
Oh,
Fogs
man.
exclamation is coming to Game Pass day 1, December 3rd. Okay, you can
Corey
have it
and Nate are very excited for this game. They were geeking out for this.
I streamed the demo of this during the summer demo fest, and it was very good.
Oh yeah, my daughter has beaten the demo. She has gotten all of the bones 5 times now, at least 5 times, maybe 6. So, my family is very invested in this game, and the fact that it comes to Game Pass is even better.
Yeah, I didn't get all the bones, so she's ahead of me. But the list is out if you want to look at it. If you want to be spoiled, this isn't really a spoiler, but basically, if you we just said she found all the bones in the demo. You basically got like 100% the game as far as whatever collectibles they have, but there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff, which is right up my alley. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks like fun, random type stuff that, you find something cool in a level, you do it, and boom, you got an achievement for it.
All right, well, what's also coming soon, and this is pretty big news, is EA Play for the PC. That's coming December 15th, which EA Play, or basically EA Access, is now available with Game Pass. And that is quite big. Game Pass just got another massive bump in its value. EA Access has 60 games, including all the sports games like FIFA 20, Madden, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about them, unless you're Hatton. Titanfall 2, Need for Speed, Battlefield, Mass Effect, Skates, The Sims, Battlefront 2 actually is in EA Access, EA Play. So that's pretty awesome. That's, like I said, it's a big bump for Game Pass.
And I don't think you said it, but Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes, Jedi Fallen Order. That's
that
a
was
new
just
one.
Added
That was just
to EA
added.
Play today, I believe. So
yeah,
I'm glad I bought that one and haven't played it yet.
Right.
Well, you have to help the indies.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna just call it right now. Make it official on the podcast. I bought Ukulele and the Impossible Layer like a week or two ago. So you're welcome when it gets announced for Game Pass in December.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
You're so sweet. Also, EA Play is in xCloud, so all those games you get to play in xCloud as well.
Well, that's not true. Some games are coming to xCloud, and those include Madden 20, Unravel 2, Sims 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, Mass Effect Andromeda, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, which I hear is the best one, right, El? And Mirror's Edge.
Right, you and Target are on the same list right now.
Oh, okay.
You made the list.
I didn't realize that they were all there.
Speaking of games that I bought and never played, the Mass Effect trilogy. Wait a minute. Mass Effect trilogy?
You never played those?
No, I still haven't played them.
I could have sworn you played the first one.
Now the stupid remaster was just announced.
Well, they'll be better.
Yeah, you don't have to play the old crap stuff now.
Bought them and bought the DLC, so I should probably play them. Are they going to look nicer on the Series X? Just say yes. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Well, of course. I don't.
Yes.
I don't know if you would like them.
I think I would, but I feel like I'd be intimidated by them. I wish they were more linear.
Absolutely. I don't know if you would enjoy them. You might think. I feel like you would get through them and just go, that was cool, and just be done with it.
Okay.
Also, games that are now added: Gears Tactics for Android and console, Destiny 2 Beyond Light for the Android and console, Planet Coaster, hell yes, for Android and console, Tetris Effect Connected, people care about this, for the console and PC.
Kenny, you're going to be fired really soon.
And here I thought Corey was going to be the one that yelled at me for that.
I wasn't listening, so there's that.
Oh, okay. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is now added for console and PC, and Streets of Rogue is for the PC.
It's really funny. Just hours before that was announced, Ella Follette was complaining about how no Final Fantasy games had made it in a long while into Game Pass, and we were talking about Final Fantasy VIII in detail, and then voila, it showed up. So that just goes along with the theory that if you complain about something, it'll come.
I was actually just looking this up today. I was talking to my brother about Game Pass and Final Fantasy and whatnot. I believe 7, 8, 9, and 15 are all on Game Pass.
Yes, that sounds right. But
Yeah. That's what it is. And then 10 and 10.2 is just available on Xbox. And 4 games that are leaving on November 17th: Trax, The Talos Principle, Munchkin, and Darksiders 3. So finish them up if you haven't already.
And Trax does have DLC that is fairly cheap. So I will be picking that up and doing it before it leaves.
Boy,
Thank you.
you're welcome, my friend.
All right. Well, that's all the much Game Pass news. Oh, actually, one more thing for Game Pass. If you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, there are perks. One of the new perks that was just announced, you get a month of Disney Plus for free. If you're, for some reason, not already signed up for that.
Or have found someone whose name and password you could take. Not that I would recommend doing that. Yeah.
Let's get into contest. Corey, what we got for G-Task?
Well, we have our weekly losers, as always. This week, I want to point out the team that is Death Dealers and KooshMoose. And
What happened?
You're not in G-Task anymore, buddy. I'm so sorry. At least on the team side.
And how
you
come
must
your
be
two
so sad.
partners are not friends with the account there?
Kooshy
It has a little something to do with you, but I don't want to get
Dang.
wow. into it.
If I can piece together my memory of the name of the team to figure out the other two members, it was Spank, my fresh moose to death. So Spanky and Spronkle and Fresh 33369. They also got eliminated from team. All right. For the individual side, Hawkeye Berry 20, Death Dealers, AZ Mongoose, Doughboy, XLEX Jester, and Chewy on Ice, and Mad Lefty 2097. They are all out of individual. So I guess you stayed alive in individual, huh, Koosh? Or are you out already?
I did. I'm not really playing so hard anymore, but I used one bonus. I'm probably just going to keep eking those bonuses out, and we'll see what happens.
Okay,
well, one thing to mention is we had the influx in users again due to the TA, what was it called? Xbox Story?
My Xbox Story. Yeah, that's right. There was another Go Uppity 2.0.
So another 16,000 users or something crazy on TA. So yeah, those ratios went up.
Yeah, this one did not affect me as negatively as the last year's did. So
affected us positively.
But yeah, there's been some drama in G-Task as always. Now we're talking title updates. It's a whole thing. Maybe I'll go into it next week because we're running a little long, but it's fun. With the Hall of Fame, that just ended. Not really a contest per se, but I do want to shout out some of the Hall of Fame winners that are in and around the community that we see, at least that I see on a semi-recent regular basis. That would be Redemption Denied. He won Gamerscore Legend and the Achievement Conqueror. Unfortunately, you can only win once, so he only gets one shiny Series X, but congratulations to him. Chin Doctor and Neo Master from the Real Gamerscore podcast, they both won Gamerscore Legend and Achievement Conqueror for their respective countries, I guess. And Reforce, he's a gamer in Mexico, I believe. He won Gamerscore Legend. So that is pretty cool. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I think we should also mention our honorable mentions who got shafted.
Personally, so there's a little bit of drama with Hall of Fame too. Go figure. I don't know all the details. Apparently, like some places altered the dates to which the contest ran, and some of them only counted like a week's worth. It was not very clear. Not a job well done by Microsoft or whoever's running that promotion on their behalf. But from our community, Milky Bars are on me. That name, I love it. He should have got Game Pass Ruler, I think is what it's called, or Legend in the UK. He totally got shafted on that. And then Wakapale, our very own Wakapale, he should have got, I think Gamerscore Legend is what he was going for. Maybe Achievement Conqueror, maybe both. In Sweden, he totally got shafted in my eyes. There's no concrete evidence, but the individual who won kind of appeared out of nowhere last minute. And there's some like English ties to his tag. So I'm thinking a little bit of malarkey went down, so that's too bad for those two, but they are certainly legends in our books. That's worth approximate retail value of $0, but you are high in our hearts.
All right. Nate, give us a gamertag challenge rundown.
All right, gamertag challenge for the month of November is Cowboy Killer 360. His wildcard game is anything in the State of Decay series. That's an achievement earned this month or a previous completion, or heck, a completion this month. And the bonus is check yourself. Any achievement containing a CK word, so a word that has CK anywhere in the word, one is worth one draw, and the words must be unique. You can pull achievements from multiple, the same game multiple times, but it is the unique word that is going to be your limiter. You can have variations of words, so kick, kicked, kicks would all be eligible one time only.
Awesome. Let's get into our final segment, which is Brag Camp. Take it away, Corey.
All right. For completions, we have Mr. Petart. He has reached 300 completed games. Congratulations to you. Completion percentage, we have the Alpha Seagull. He has reached 43% completion percentage. Saucy Slingo is at 58%. Eliphalet, 61%. Blue Thunder, 7398, 69%. Nice. Retro Chief, 1969, also nice. Has reached a new milestone of 74% completion percentage.
In ratio, Blue Thunder 7398 has reached a new milestone of 1.3 TR ratio. TR ratio? TA ratio. Let's call it that. Michael KV has a TA ratio of 1.4, and Northern Lass has reached a new milestone with a ratio of 1.5. Do we have something special for streaks?
We do. This is announcement time.
Straight
This
jacket.
is the last show where we are going to highlight 10-day streaks
Praise.
this year.
All right. Our final ever 10-day streakers are J Black, Dark Lord Davis, Crunchy Goblin 68, High Road Vatu, and Vulgar Latin. Good job, guys. And for the real streaks, we have MDP 73 with 100, What the Fug with 500, and Bastion Reader with 1,050.
And achievements one. This name, Fista Roboto.
Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
Just Google it. Has won 7,000 achievements, and Waka has won 28,000 achievements.
It's just like Mr. Roboto with an F.
Totally.
It just pulls up his true achievements thing. I don't know. Get your mind out of the gutter.
We have a newcomer to our list. Lil Lady 915 has 80,000 gamer score. All right, Adorbs. Jimbot UK on the other side of the spectrum has 950,000 gamer score. In TA score, the Alpha Seagull has 100,000. Retro Chief and Michael KV have 400,000. rawkerdude has 800,000. Way to go, of course. Heizo, 900,000. And Triple Triad, which I believe is the card game from Final Fantasy VIII, has 1,500,000 TA score. In leaderboards, Mark B is in the top 2,000 of the TA leaderboard for point and click. Hey! Hat 90 is in the top 10,000 of the TA leaderboard for football. Thus, Alpha Seagull is in the top 50,000 of the TA leaderboard for ID at Xbox. What the Fug is in the top 500 of the Gamerscore leaderboard for point and click. Bastion Reader is in the top 100 of the TA Difference leaderboard for shoot 'em up. Michael KV has a lot of has been adding himself to a lot of leaderboards apparently. He's now in the top 10,000 of the Gamerscore leaderboard, which is awesome. Top 5,000 of the Europe TA leaderboard. In the top 2,000 of the Europe TA leaderboard for Xbox One. The top 10 of the Slovakia TA leaderboard, and the top 5 Slovakia TA leaderboard for Xbox One. Wow.
Nice.
That's very specific. Very good, buddy.
All right. Well, with that, our time here is finished. As always, we are streaming as often as we can, usually weekly, over on Twitch, twitch.tv/AH101. If you want to get in contact with us, you can send us a Twitter tweet on the Twitter @Achievements101. Discord, come be a part of the community. Discord.io/AH101. And if you so can, We would greatly appreciate your monies. Patreon.com/achievementhunting101. Also, be sure to like and review us on your platform of choice. Give us that 5 stars. It helps us out a lot. It's a free way to help us out. Grow the podcast, grow the community. And with that, class is dismissed. See you next week.
Bye.
It's raining tacos. Oh.
That's not how it goes.
It's raining tacos.
I have no idea what
All
you're talking
over
about.
the street.
That's the metal version.
Tacos. Oh, you can.
Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum, 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 yummy, yum. It's like a treat. Yum, 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 yummy, yum. Bring your sour cream.
Shell, meat, lettuce, cheese. Shell, meat, lettuce, cheese. Shell, meat, cheese.
Hey everyone, it's Vulgar Latin here. Wanted to do a quick update about Extra Life. So last Saturday, that would be the 7th, we did an Extra Life stream. Fufu did parts of it, Chewy did parts of it, I did some of it as well. We streamed for a lot of the day that Saturday and helped donate for Extra Life, which helps children's hospitals across North America. And I'm happy to report that we raised $1,486 to that cause. So I'm really pleased with what we were able to do. Everyone on the team, there's so many people to thank, but I want to thank Doughboy and the Sullivans. They're on our team there, and the donations are still open. If you do want to do that, you can do so at Extra Life. Search for Achievement Hunting 101 or myself or anyone else on staff. You'll be able to find us there. Continue to do that. So we really do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I woke up Sunday still super tired, but just pumped with how we were able to accomplish everything. It was a lot of fun. You can check out parts of the stream on Twitch too. Special shout outs to Dynaball for being the scariest Friday the 13th player I've ever seen. Again, though, thank you so much if you watched, if you donated, if you did anything at all to help out with the Extra Life. We appreciate you and hope to do this again next year as well. So thanks so much. You have a great day.
Hello, I'm Waka Pale, and welcome to another installment of Waka's Weird Wonders. Much has been said about Cold Silence's updated achievement list, so I'm just going to sum up my feelings with I'm not a fan, and try to move on from the subject. Released in December 2019, developed by Half Face Games and published by Excitelon, Cold Silence is a strange, low-fidelity horror Metroidvania. Despite only using 3 colors, the game manages to be rather disturbing. I doubt most find it too scary, but it manages to set a mood with very limited resources. It used to be a very tough completion, but right now, the achievement list can be completed in less than an hour, before even seeing the first boss. Which is unfortunate, as it really is a good game, and most achievement hunters that pick it up won't experience the unfolding madness. Cold Silence is a weird game, and I mean that in the best ways. It is mysterious, expectation-defying, and features unconventional game mechanics. Cold Silence is a short game with a small map, but it feels much larger than it actually is due to the strange way it handles bosses. You can deal with most bosses in any order you choose to. Unfortunately, there are no checkpoints at boss fights, meaning you'll have to unlock and beat the boss in one go, or you'll have to start over from an earlier checkpoint. As getting to a boss can take around 5 to 10 minutes, this can be a bit annoying, but if you play on easier difficulties, it shouldn't take many attempts to defeat the bosses. I can tell you, some of the bosses are no joke on the extreme difficulty. The language in Cold Silence is understandable, but it is always a bit off, which I found added an extra bit of cryptic atmosphere to the game that gels well with the bizarre game design and story. Not many played Cold Silence before the achievement list changed, which is unfortunate. While more will start it now, most will finish the list and put the game down before the game actually gets going. Cold Silence is among the very best games priced at $5 on the Xbox One. When you're listening to this, Half Face's next game, Signal, has been released for $5 on the Xbox One, and I look forward to playing it based on how good Cold Silence is. Have a nice day, everyone.
Welcome everyone to Cheev Whiz. This episode is not $25,000, nor is it a $100,000 pyramid. Any likeness to any such game show that aired before the majority of AH101 listeners were born is purely coincidental. Let's first meet our celebrity guests, who will be working with our contestants today. Our first clue giver is on loan from Achievement Hunting 101's very own panel. He is the ghostest hostess with the mostest, and if he looks like he's a little wet behind his ears, it's because he just got finished showering. How's it going, Fufu?
Hey, what's up? First time here. Long time listener, first time caller.
How'd the shower go?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Awesome.
I can't give any details, though.
Oh.
We don't want the podcast to be explicit.
All right. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Our second celebrity guest is the origin story personified, from which the majority of AH101 staff met one another whilst playing in his backyard. He holds a special place in all our hearts to this day. He is the face of Z2Z nostalgia and the one I affectionately refer to as Uncle Freem. How's it going, Freem?
It's fantastic. Super happy to be here. I appreciate your stretching the word celebrity to include people such as myself. But, I guess Carol Baskins was on Dancing with the Stars, so I could be here. I mean, that's not a huge deal.
Well, did you win the basketball tourney?
My daughter did. Actually, they won their first game, and we got 2 games tomorrow. We're not good, so that was a huge surprise to us.
so it says something about the competition, not so much about your team, eh?
Yep. That being said, given the Corona stuff, I have not get to see her play, so it was fun to be able to actually see her for the first time, which was great.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for taking some time out for us.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, celebrities, let's meet our contestants. Our first contestant is no stranger to the podcast and is actually the defending champion of the previous Cheev Whiz. She is back and as delightful as ever. She is P-Tart. How you doing, P-Tart?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I have to defend my crown. I did get a crown last time, right?
Oh, absolutely. It was like snatched right off the head of someone that was trying it on. And it was amazing. It's an amazing thing to behold. So, well, speaking of which, our second contestant is the mortal enemy of our first contestant and has vowed vengeance upon her head from the previous matchup in which he managed to grasp defeat from the jaws of victory. Get ready for some major trash talk. It's A1X Road. How's it going, Alex?
A1X Road.
Yes.
That is so your name from now on.
Alex. Literally, it's Alex with the 1 instead of the L.
That makes sense too. Okay. I thought maybe you're just like a big fan of barbecue sauce and driving or something.
Nah, ALEX, Alex. And
RD.
I am keen to do better than last time because, let's face it, it can't be any more excruciating. Thank you for having me back. Sarah, not played with you since ages, and Jason, last night was brilliant.
I was hoping we'd get some innuendo.
It was in the training video.
Start with Kenny's shower. I mean,
for anyone listening to this, Jason had strict instructions before we came on. We had to watch this scripted innuendo and be ready to flatter his midnight prowess in whatever way. For which there are even sound effects.
I am fully ready.
All right. So, well, here at not $25,000 or $400,000 pyramid, the rules are very simple. So let me go over them for the viewers or the listeners, such as it is. There will be 4 rounds. 4 rounds, with each contestant both receiving clues from and giving clues to each of our celebrity guests. Each topic on the board has 100 gamer score, composed of 10 individual clues worth 10 gamer score each. Each topic will run for 45 seconds, in which the clue giver for each round will attempt to describe the individual clues without using the words on the clue themselves, or any underhanded ways, such as rhymes, spelling cues, or any other shenanigans. No tomfoolery here. For each clue that is guessed right, a bell noise will sound, signaling it is correct. 10 gamer score will be added to the contestant's score, and it will serve as an indicator for the clue giver to move on to the next clue. If the clue giver accidentally says any words in the clue, then a honking noise will be heard and the clue will be forfeited, in which the clue giver will then need to move on to the next clue. At any point, the clue giver can pass and move on to the next topic and come back to that topic in the event the end of the list is reached. When the 45 seconds has expired, a buzzer will sound and any guesses made thereafter will not be counted. Again, most rounds have 10 clues each, but there are also 2 topics on the board that contain DLC, which have 15 clues in them for a potential of 150 gamer score. These topics still will be allotted the same 45 seconds, however, to guess in. At the end of 4 rounds, whoever has the most gamer score will move on to the winner circle for a chance to win 100,000 gamer score.
A foof!
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, man.
Foof's on the
One
line.
foof.
Man, that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, a foof.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
One foof in one night.
Chance
I'm
to
telling
double
you.
my score. All right.
So, the topics on the board are typing lessons, pew pew pew, Cheevcabulary, a tale to tell, making a connection, Cheevo be like, waving the flag, and didn't even know her.
Of course.
So, P-Tart, you have been randomly selected
Oh, of course.
to go first.
Thanks.
And your partner in the first round is no other than the Fufu himself. So, which category would you like? I'm sorry, Fufu, you are the celebrity in the first round. So you get to choose which category you would like to deliver to Miss P-Tart.
Which one I would like to deliver?
Y'all can confer with each other if you like.
Typing lessons or a tale to tell?
A tale to tell. Oh goodness, I'm not comfortable in any of these. Let's try typing lessons. I don't know.
Typing lessons, okay. So
Let's see how this goes. I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of good when I was coming in here, and then I look at the topics. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, this is going to be
Talking
interesting.
about typing lessons is all just, it's Subnautica all the way down.
Console commands, yeah. I was thinking
some
House of
other
the Dead, and that's
games.
about as far as I got.
There's a few other ones that I come to mind, but
Don't say them
I
all
guess
now.
All right, Foof, are you ready? These are all types of genres on TA, and I have some great news for you. This is one of the 2 categories that are DLC.
What?
So you actually get 15 topics, and you have 45 seconds to do them. So go to your document, and I am going to paste them. We are ready to start right now.
It's a Cartoon Network show, something time. We're going on
Adventure Time.
Okay. Mario is a type of
Plumber.
no, but it's a genre of the game.
Platformer.
Left 4 Dead is a
Horror. Survival horror.
Dead Cells.
Metrovania.
No, it's not
Human.
It's the first word. The first word in this is, or the first part of this word is a D&D character, usually like a gnome or something like that. Yep. Pass. Pass. The next one's a sports game. Mini.
Golf.
Pass. Battleship is
Board game.
what kind of
Combat.
battle? It's on the water.
Navy.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if we got that one in.
Well, she said Navy, and it's naval.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's see how you did.
Not
Adventure
very
you
good.
got. Platform you got. So that's let's see, that's 1, that's 2. Survival you got, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then puzzle. I don't believe you got that
How did
one.
I skip that? I totally skipped that one when I was looking at it.
Yeah, roguelite, you skipped that one, and then golf you got, you skipped on rails, even though you could have said very easily that trains tend to travel on.
I wouldn't have known that. Even though it is my favorite game. But.
So, and then
Well,
you didn't
made
get
it
to
500.
naval. So we have a grand total of 4 points in the first round there for P-Tart.
Is that 40 gamer score?
Yes,
Out of
150.
150.
Yes, I'm sorry,
Cutting
40
that percentage.
gamer score. Thank you, very good, very thematic. I had forgotten in spinning a plate. Also, a note to the viewers. Yes, that might have seemed like an additional time was allocated. That's because midway through the first round, I figured out how bad y'all were at this, and so I made each category 1 minute long.
I appreciate that.
Just because y'all were like on the third one and you were still 45 seconds in, so that was so that's what happened there.
It just might be me being a bad guesser, so...
Well, let's see,
I think
Alex.
the slow start.
I wouldn't
was
put
you
all
hadn't
the
picked up
blame on you.
the topic hint that these were all going to be genres because he said types of games, but you were still guessing. Oh, Mario's a plumber because he hadn't been specific.
Yes,
So that his answer was going to be a genre.
That was that good old plumbing genre. It's like one of those simulator type games where, that was a fantastic guess. Where were you going with the puzzle one there, Foof? You were like all over the board, I think.
So
You
he
were
didn't
talking
do the
about
puzzle. He did roguelike.
something
And
about
he was saying that in
gnomes?
D&D, a gnome normally plays a rogue, which
Oh,
is not how I
Alex,
would have told that
sweet.
one. but-
Alex got that. Okay.
I have never played D&D. How would I know that?
I don't know.
It's not how I would
Well,
personally
I think when I was
explain roguelike.
scrolling
You
down,
could've
I skipped puzzle.
said-
I
You could
totally
have
didn't even
said
see puzzle.
like when someone's going off script, they're going.
Or you can even
rogue,
talk about the game that inspired an entire genre that's not Metrovania?
The only one he could think of was Dead Cells. He didn't think of, and you couldn't say Rogue Legacy because
Couldn't say
Rogue is
Rogue
too much
Legacy,
like
Rogue
roguelike.
I did
servers.
answer human for that, at least. That is accurate.
But
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
work
never
for
heard
this
of
because we
the
need
human
genres.
genre.
Well,
Okay.
Frame and Alex, the good news is that, especially for Alex, since he's our contestant, is that one of the DLCs was chosen. However, they were unable to capitalize on it and did not get the full 150 gamer score. So, no foul, no harm, no foul. All right. So, Mr. Freem, which one would you like to deliver to your
Boy, I'm
contestant?
feeling, if I'm reading this category correctly, I'm thinking of Tale to Tell as Telltale Games, and I feel pretty good about that one. So let's give that a rock.
Okay, let's give that a go.
All right. 1 second. I will find it. All right.
I've just been thinking story-based, but yeah, Telltale makes so much sense.
See, that's what I was thinking, and I totally don't feel comfortable with
Oh,
that.
he's gonna pull the rug out from under me, I'm sure.
Well,
Probably.
when one of you guys said Subnautica, I so thought, that's it. Typing lessons is console command.
Yeah, follow
right.
That would have been perfect.
And
That's why I felt bad after I said it too. I'm like, oh, I bet that was one of the answers, and then completely flipped the script on me.
But I guess
Yeah.
I was
you're gonna
waiting
struggle
for
to
Fallout
find
to pop up
15
so I can
console
point to my
command
shirt.
games.
That could be
All
chief
right.
vocabulary.
All right, Freem.
I'm ready.
These are all things, you nailed it, that have to do with Telltale
Woohoo!
games. All right. So let me know. You all good over there?
Yes, sir.
I don't have my answers
Okay.
through. Should I not have the answers?
All right. I am going to start the clock now.
Okay, when you play this on multiple versions, the game
Stacking.
is there. You go. The lead character for the Walking Dead, little girl.
Not going to get that.
What? Okay, pass. This is what happened to the company that makes all those games. It was Chapter 11.
Bankruptcy.
When they are released at different periods, it's called a blank type game.
Episodic.
We got an entire month with Chewy for this. The type of genre it is.
Point and click.
Yes. When you are surrounded by zombies, you have to be completely and make no noise.
Silent.
There you go.
Quiet.
The Walking Dead features these as some of the enemies.
Zombies.
Yep. When you're presented with a bunch of word choices of what the character is going to say, that is a blank option.
Dialogue option. Text option. Choice option.
And if you have to pick... Ooh.
Dang.
Wow, that was pretty good. Y'all ran
Clementine.
that one pretty good.
Damn it. It's Clementine, isn't it?
It is.
I thought you were going to start. I thought you were going to start naming citrusy fruits.
That's what I would have had to do.
I probably would have got it in the end. It was in there, but I played number 1 a long time ago. It would have been when it came out.
Once you absolutely said, "I'm not going to get that," it's like, well, there's no way. I'm done.
Yeah, it turns out it was in there, but we were better.
I can literally hear the disappointment in Freem when you said, "I don't know that." Like
right.
The thing is, so in general, I don't actually much enjoy most Telltale games. Mostly, I started The Walking Dead 1. And it just didn't do it for me. So I played the first chapter or so on Steam back when it first came out, and I binned it. I have since. I really enjoyed Walking Dead Michonne, or however you pronounce that. Like there, I really clicked with the character, and I sort of enjoyed the Borderlands one, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you weren't
you lost your children.
I'm glad you weren't really into like the Batman or Wolf Among Us, because this had nothing to do with that.
Well,
Never played either.
Yeah,
Glad I
kind of went with the mainstream one. I thought about throwing some weird, I don't know, like the name of one of the Game of Thrones Ironwoods or something like that in there, but that's probably good I didn't, because no one's got it through a whole category yet. However, Alex, you got pretty darn quick. So 70 gamer score for you.
Okay.
After one round, you are ahead of Petard by 30 gamer score.
Well, I've got to be winning to start with. We've established that.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say, you're going to, step into a pothole in round 4 and lose 200 gamer score, and that's the unexpected twist that's coming around.
Is there a UK conversion to his gamer score? Like, does he get more for being in England?
He's Canadian.
Now, Petard, in this round, you will be delivering the clues to Foof.
Oh.
So, which category on the board? Just a reminder to our audience, here's the categories that are left. Pew, pew, pew. Chiefcabulary. Making a connection. Cheevo be like. Waving the flag. Didn't even know her.
Foof, do you have any preference?
Either pew 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 or Chiefcabulary might be good.
We'll go with Chiefcabulary.
That's what I figured, considering you and shooters.
Yeah, me and shooters, exactly. We don't jive. Like apparently, like you and point and click games. So
very much so.
All right, so Chiefcabulary. Let me go find that one. 1 second. There it is. All right, so Foof, these are all terms that Cheevo hunters use.
Oh boy,
easy enough, right?
Not for
it should
Foof.
be.
So pretend like you're a Cheevo hunter. And,
I'm trying to pretend, trying to get the mind frame. I've been doing this podcast for a while now, so I should be able to get it.
You should be able to.
Should.
You should be able to fake it.
I might eat those words here in a second.
All right. So here we go. I am going to paste the topics to Petard. And I'm going to go back here, and I will start the clock. Did you receive?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start the clock right now.
All right. When you get a group of people together to go for an achievement, takes super long to get an achievement. Yep. A guide to help
walk
with
through?
Yes. TA measures things on
Scale?
Not gamer score. It's a
True achievement?
No, overall
ratio?
Yes. When you finish a game.
Completion?
Yeah. Games you haven't played yet that's been sitting there forever.
Backlog?
Yeah. When your TA score goes down because other people finish.
Decay?
Yeah. When you play through a game and it has a little red exclamation point for the achievement.
Discontinued?
No, other one. Like exclamation point in a circle.
Unobtainable.
Nope, skip. Extra stuff for a game that you can buy.
DLC?
Yes. It's on multiple platforms.
Crossplay?
No. Dang it.
Oh my goodness.
You were on that one.
Oh. Man, that was fantastic.
Missable, Kenny.
Oh,
you missed missable.
I'd also just like to
The
point
irony
out that
is great
stat
tonight.
was in my set of questions as well, and we got it. So you failed a clue that we'd already solved.
Wow, both of them just duh.
Well, he probably thought, well, surely he won't put it in there twice. And yeah, it was intentional. I assure you that that was included twice. But that was fantastic. Yeah, did a really good job there.
Yeah, we did much better on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that was worth 80 gamer scores.
Ooh, boy.
So it brings you up to a total of 120 gamer score, as
all right,
compared to Alex's 70 gamer score. So that was a very interesting approach to describe the icon to him with the exclamation mark. Yeah, it's, I don't know how else you would have described that one though.
Because you can't say miss. Which...
Yeah, you can't say miss. So
yeah, no, that was good. That was just brain fart. Let me finish this coffee.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I'm not sure how where to gone with that one, but
it was a good round.
It was. That was fun. No shame in that one. So excellent job, y'all. All right, so Alex, it is your turn to deliver the clues. Your partner did it very good for you with the 70 gamer score. So, which category would you like to explore?
Any thoughts on what you'd like to receive for him?
I'm probably the only one here who does a decent amount of connect action. I don't know about the shooters with pew pew pew. I'm thinking waving the flag might be collectibles. I don't know how great I'll be at that. And I have no clue what Cheev will be like and didn't even know her R. So
right.
I feel like they could be the funny ones. I'd quite like to pick one of them just because there's more chance of something hilarious happening in them.
I trust your judgment. I'm ready. So I just walk through what I got for you.
Let's try Cheevo be like and see what it actually is. I want to find out anyway.
All right. So Cheevo be like. All right, 1 second. And pull that up. Whoa. Someone okay?
Partially.
All right.
That's the dirty cup, isn't it?
Oh boy.
It's not dirty.
Right,
so embarrassed at his performance on Missables that he thinks he needs a coffee. So coffee deprived that he can't even pick up the right mug.
For closers. Coffee's for closers, Foo. You did not close. All right.
Mr. Elroy, you're too old for that. That went over everyone else's head.
Went way over my head.
That was musty reference.
Hey, I got it though.
I'll say there you go.
I saw it on a mug recently. That's not all.
Oh boy.
There you go. There's everyone's homework there at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm.
Fun fact: that guy's out of a job now because of the election results.
Oh, there you go. Well, Mr. Alex, ready? Cheevo be like are words relating to poppin' Cheevos. So very common to Cheevcabulary, but you'll get this. You'll see the nuance here. All right. This has to do with the achievement itself popping, I guess.
Okay.
All right. I am pasting your topics to you. Have you received?
Okay. Tell me when to go.
Right.
Oh, actually, no. I've got a quick rules clarification before we start.
Okay.
When I am giving the clue to one word, can I use a word that's in another target?
Yeah.
So if I'm describing the first clue, can I use the third clue in my description kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just needed to know. Thank you. Ready to go whenever.
All right. Go for it.
If it's not common.
Discontinued, unobtainable, not coming.
Less usual, unusual.
Rare.
Yes. When you get an achievement, Gears.
Earn, unlock.
There's a game, Gears something addictive.
Of war?
The
Gears?
other one. Gears that isn't of war.
What the hell?
About to be discontinued.
Tactics? No.
Okay, forget it.
Oh, pop.
Yes. When you go to your door and you need a key to get in because it's...
Unlock.
The opposite of that.
Lock. It's lock.
Yes. It's not TA, it's the original, it's the best, it's 1000.
Gamer score. Completion.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you get an achievement, you get a...
toast.
You get a pop-up, which... actually, pass this for now. When you get a rare achievement, there's a precious stone on it. It's a... Yes. Skip the next one. How far you are through a game is your...
progress. Tracking.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's not rare, if it's more normal than rare, yes. When you...
That Gears pop one was
man.
good.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have spent that much time on it.
That was
but oh well.
I'm okay though.
I'm glad we got
count 'em out.
It was a great moment of satisfaction, but it wasn't good play to spend that long on it.
It was
All right, so
immensely
you got
stressful.
Rare.
Right?
You got rare, you got popped, you got locked. So you pop and locked. Fantastic. You got gamer score. And then
I think we passed
you did not get
notification,
notification.
didn't we? Yeah. But we got diamond.
Although I am confused how so your Xbox makes you toast when you get an achievement.
Toast is a little message that pops up.
Yours
A pop-up
doesn't
is called a
dispense
toast.
champagne at every single achievement.
Dude, he would be drowning if his did.
No, toast messages are a thing. Like a toast is just a pop-up.
Yeah.
When I get a text notification, my phone says, "Who wants toast?" But other than that,
am I the only one who calls those toasts?
I knew what you meant by it, but I don't call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my life. So you got diamond.
Skipped bleep bloop.
Was bleep bloop. You did not get bleep.
Oh, and I said bleep bloop like 5 times.
We got progress and we got common.
And I believe common, you got it right at the end there. So 70 gamer score.
Okay.
He did not get to filter. So there you go. 70 gamer score.
Whew.
Yeah, that was stressful. I mean, I felt the stress over here. So, all right. So with 70 gamer score in round 2, that puts Alex in at 140 gamer score, 20 ahead of pace.
Still in the evil villain's pole position.
Close.
Or the pantomime clown, whichever.
Okay, so we're going to go to a commercial break, and then when we get back, our celebrity's going to switch seats, and then we'll start the third round.
Fufu, you better sanitize that seat.
Freem, can you make it all the way over to Sarah's kitchen in time for the next round?
I don't know. I'm more worried about you in England. Not, I didn't realize you're all the way over there. So
Canada.
All right. So, all right. Well, welcome back. We are ready for round 3. For those of you just joining us, we are locked in a major battle on not $100,000 pyramid. Where P-Tart currently has 120 gamer score, and Alex has 140 gamer score. All right, this round, P-Tart will be paired with Freemhole, and Alex will be paired with FuFuCuddilyPoof. The topics remaining on the board are pew pew pew, making a connection, waving the flag, and didn't even know her. So, Miss P-Tart, Mr. Freem, what category would you like to deliver to P-Tart first?
What do you think, Sarah?
Well, I have actually played a decent amount of Connect games myself.
I just
so
looked at
maybe
your game collection. There's nothing in there.
Okay, apparently I haven't played Connect games.
Did she just call her bluff there?
I pulled them all up, and I looked at Alex's too, and it's like, there's a lot of Connect enabled, but something tells me you didn't play Mass Effect 3 with your Connect.
I did play Jillian Michaels' Fitness Adventure. Come on.
Freem's doing research for this during the show. Like, he's into this.
Okay, would waving the flag be better?
Let's do that. Yeah, I think that'll play.
Okay.
All right, so waving the flag.
Let's just hope I know enough about what I think are these collectibles? What are they?
I'm thinking, are they like various flags on TA?
Oh,
Like,
maybe,
how
yeah.
the achievements are flagged?
Which country each game was made in?
The Canadian version will be well represented, you know.
I hope this isn't state flag trivia.
Oh man, that would be funny if I just totally went a different
That would
direction.
really be pulling the rug out from underneath her.
What is on the Nova Scotian flag?
Yes.
Just go with a cross. It's got to be a cross. They're all crosses.
All right, so Mr. Free, you chose waving the flag. These are all types of achievement flags.
Okay, you got it. Nice job, Peter. Here we go.
All right, and this is a special DLC category.
Dang,
so you
she's got
have
both.
15 possible ones.
Right.
All right.
Yay.
All right. So, Mr. Freem, you received. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will begin now.
This may or may not pop. It's called. It's a little animal.
Buggy.
There you go. When you have to play against somebody, head to head.
Cooperative.
Nope. Head to
Versus.
There you go.
Duel.
Where you have to go and earn a bunch of different things.
Collectibles.
There you go. This is the type of challenge that's involved. Easy, hard.
Oh, difficulty.
There you go. A disease.
Viral.
There you go. You have to go to a store to purchase.
Collect.
Like an in-game
shopping cart.
Yep. This is whether you're connected to the internet or not.
Oh, offline, online.
Bingo. It's where you have to go. You have to do a game more than once.
Multiple playthroughs.
There you go. Where the achievement hunting Discord is full of what do we call ourselves?
Achievement hunters.
Club
hunters.
Members of flag. A bunch of people are a.
Oh, cooperative. Oh, sorry.
Should have moved on.
Oh man, that was really good, though.
Well played.
Yes, so let's count them up. Any other guesses on the one you weren't able to get?
Okay, so cooperative, would it be like the 8+ or one of those ones?
Yeah, close.
So like the AH-101 blank.
Community?
All of us together.
Community.
There you go.
I did not even know that was a flag.
Me neither.
type.
No,
I didn't either.
There you go. Well, the good news is that you were able to get 8 on that one. I did I must give props to Mr. Freem, who managed to avoid.
Oh my God, it was so hard.
Multiple playthroughs. I can see those wheels turning in his head. He's like, oh man, how do I say this without saying multiple times? Playing through a game.
I couldn't say play. Man. Oh, that was and collectible. That is really hard to describe collectibles without saying something you collect.
This is where I freaked out with my last round before I asked the rules clarification, because it's how are you going to describe common and rare and locked without using the words common. All of the words that were barred were the words you'd want to describe the other clues with.
Yeah. I did like the door. The door analogy was good.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fun round. Nice work.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Well,
yeah, that was good.
All right. So, Peter, you got 80 gamer score on that one. That brings your grand total up to 200 gamer score as compared to the 140 gamer score for Mr. A1. And we are moving on. So, Mr. Foof, which category would you like to deliver to Alex?
I reckon we should go for Didn't Even Know Her, because the other ones that are left, if we pick shooters, they'll take Didn't Even Know Her and we'll be left with Connect, which certainly I have no experience. They both know something about Connect games. They can have that. They're not going to pick shooters because Sarah knows nothing about shooters. So if we take Didn't Even Know Her, they get Connect, we get shooters, it all works.
Playing defense, I like it.
Well,
he does have a fair point, because I do know Connect better than shooters.
Yeah, it's not an evil thing that messes you up. It's a fair thing that means that we both enjoy our
He's
life.
also thinking this through.
Mortal enemies.
Oh, yeah,
Mortal
cool.
enemies.
Yeah, killer.
If Pew 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 is just all Destiny questions, I'm locked in, so.
Well,
I have never played Destiny.
Yeah.
Pew 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 to me is a 50-50 shot. It's either shooters or something about church. So I don't actually know.
See, if
Or
it is
just the guy
sing lines
in-
from hymns, I'm there. Let's go Didn't Even Know Her.
Yeah, didn't even know her. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid planning right there.
All right, so
female
Mr.
main
Foof?
characters. That's my guess.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
That would make
Let's
sense.
see.
The real Commander Shepard.
That's right.
Mm.
Fem
All right, Foof. You chose.
If it is, I
Didn't
can't.
even know
I
her.
can't imagine Elroy will put Fem Shep on this.
So
Assuming
I don't
that's
even know
it.
what y'all are talking about.
Exactly.
Did you hear the
Alright,
big gaming
so-
news today?
The what?
The big gaming news today on N7 Day. Not to
No.
date your podcast.
So excited.
Yeah, you'll never believe it. It turns out, and this had been whispered but not believed, there's a Mass Effect remaster!
Are they changing
I'm
the
so excited.
combat system? I'll listen to the show in about 3 months and find out.
All right.
Let's see what comes
Foof.
first. The game comes out or Frame hears on a show.
So, Foof, the didn't even know her category. These are all games that end with the letters ER.
Oh, goodness.
Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Oh.
But
I'll just
not
let
H.
you observe the list for a second.
Boy ends in a Y.
And, all right.
Alex, everyone listening, I'm sorry. Just in advance.
All right, so you gambled a little bit here, playing a little defense, and you forgot that Foof is, well, you know, sometimes he doesn't play all the games out
I
there.
definitely don't play all the games out there.
So this should be interesting. Very abstract, I have a feeling, that have nothing to do with the game. So
Fine, we can deal with
Alex,
abstract.
Are you ready? Foof, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm about as ready as
All
I'll
right,
ever be.
let's go.
All right, skip the first two. One of the old games, not pinball, that was on like the old computers in like the 90s. It has like the bombs, and you have to find them with the flags. It's something genius on Xbox now.
Minesweeper Genius? Minesweeper.
Okay. It's an old game. It's with a amphibian that has to jump through traffic and
Hopper.
get to
Frogger.
not Cyberpunk, the game that came out before that from CD Projekt Red.
Witcher. The Witcher 3, The Witcher 2.
Oh my goodness. If you are trying to watch something, this is a game title. If you're trying to watch something but you're not watching,
Spectator? Observation. No, Observer.
If you're going to skip that, what do you do on a trampoline?
Bounce. Jump. Jumper. Bouncer.
It's a free to play.
Oh,
boy.
Man.
I'm glad we did not have that category.
That was not easy.
All right, so let's take a look at Didn't Even Know Her. So,
Wow.
Foof, you got Minesweeper, you got Frogger, Witcher, and Observer, and Jumper. So that's 50 gamer score. Would you care to share the ones that you skipped?
Okay, so the first two that I just straight skipped was Ruiner and Fragger.
To be fair, I've never heard of Fragger.
I
It's a
haven't
terrible
either.
phone game.
It's like a game where you like holding bombs and you have to throw the bombs and
Yes.
blow people up.
Yes,
it's like a
it's-
tennis to the face type game or
I've
baseball.
never heard
no,
of
it's
that.
more like Angry Birds, but with
Yeah, Angry Birds. Yeah, it's a mobile game. I
yes,
think,
it is.
too.
I played it and then my phone died,
Yeah.
so I never finished it.
The
I'm loving
other
trying to
one
link
that,
your two descriptions up in my head. How can they both be true?
Yeah.
the other one that I
And-
skipped was the Swapper.
Oh, I
That's a
like
good
that,
game.
actually. It was a fun game.
It's just that, you know, when you want to change something for something else.
I didn't think it would be that easily gotten.
It could
I liked how everything
And
you
then the
said
last
was,
two-
it's an old game.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw Minesweeper, I went, "Oh, the old Minesweeper,
It's on every
not
PC.
Minesweeper Genius."
Yeah. No, the bombs and the flags. I mean, you were spot on.
Yeah.
And then the last two games that we didn't get to was Neverwinter and Slime Rancher.
Oh, both good ones.
I love
And I should-
Slime Rancher.
I liked a little bit that played of it.
I was
I would have
relatively
really liked to hear
lukewarm
Fufu
on Slime
explain
Rancher.
Slime Rancher there.
Most of the time I played Slime Rancher, I was spent thinking, actually, I prefer Island Saber because it's just more distilled and everything. But the bit where Slime Rancher came alive for me was where you do the speed run at the end and you just sort of put everything together that you learned about the game and really stretch it and push it. And then it's sort of, oh, wow, it all clicks.
I've never played it in my life.
There's-
I
Really?
just wanted to hear Foof. I wanted to hear Foof describe it though.
There are cat slimes.
It would have been like a
that's right.
Games of Gold title.
Obnoxious.
Yeah.
That's where I would have started with that. Phew.
But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
really pleased with how we did with that round. Sorry for suggesting an awful category, but we did
Oh
well.
no, that was good. That went much better than I thought.
All right, so
Well, you'll hear how
it
the
just
you'll hear
got
how the Connect
a
one
lot
goes.
Closer.
Yeah, I'm worried about this one,
So,
Alex.
After 3 rounds, it would seem that our scores are 200 gamer score for P-Tart and 190 gamer score for
Ooh.
Alex.
Yes,
close.
that's
This
close.
is a very, very, very tight one here. So we have 2 topics left on the board. We have pew, 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 and making a connection. So, P-Tart,
I mean, you heard the
delivering the
you heard the
clues,
breakdown,
Oh.
so you could either follow along with Alex's rationale, or you could deliberately sabotage them, and because you'll have the words, and I just have to guess.
I feel like it still might be better for us to go for Connect because I literally, if it's shumps or, shoot 'em ups or any kind of shooter, I literally won't even know what to describe to you because I have
Totally
played
okay.
so few.
My concern with the connection is that this is Elroy, and so there's going to be a lot of fitness involved.
I do like fitness. I'll be
Certainly
honest.
do.
P-Tart knows her Connect fitness games.
Yep. So here we
Yeah.
go.
I'm like relatively worried about both of these.
Yeah, as much as I know Freem is not thrilled, I think it's still better to go with Connect for.
I'm money on either one of these. Let's do it.
Okay.
I still can't imagine like Pew 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 is going to be well-known shooters. Like I can't imagine Halo or Call of Duty is in there. Assuming
given what
that
we
it
drew
is a
last
shooter
time,
category.
Aegis
It's going to
wing.
be something crueler. I wish we could have got genres, but oh well.
We're just really jumping around here. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. What are we doing, Miss P-Tart?
Plumber is a great genre.
Shit. It is. It really is.
Okay, sorry. We'll go with Connect.
All right. 1 second. All right. So
If it's any consolation for him, the majority of my gamer score still comes from a 360, so I have spent a lot of time on it.
There you go.
all right. So P-Tart, you do receive.
Okay.
All right. So these are all words relating to a connect. So it could just anything that has to do with a connect. So what you do in front of them and all that good stuff. So, all right. Are you ready?
All right, yes.
All right.
All right. Elroy does a lot of this.
Fitness, workout,
Uh,
exercise.
Yes. When you, if you could look at my screen, when you play
A
a
guitar,
but it's invisible.
air guitar.
Yes. There's a series of games where you can fall off the course.
Wipeout,
Yes. The Connect is terrible at.
tracking,
Yes. Nickelodeon.
dance,
Yeah. The Vision.
camera.
Yes. Ball. Genre.
You said ball. Move on.
No,
the
it's-
genre.
Yeah.
Rally ball, racquetball.
No.
oh.
Sorry. Next one. Let's.
Dance, play, cheer.
no.
Let's cheer.
Yes, but what's that sport? Yeah. Okay.
Cheerleading.
A spectator.
A viewer, watcher.
It can sing for you on Rock Band. You can put your mic in front of it. and
a
it
fan.
Sings. Yes. The Connect is also
All right.
That fan is one of those.
That's exactly why I put it in there.
That's amazing.
I put it in there because you can use it to, play the Connect for you. So, all right.
Or do a lot of vocals.
Yeah. So I do apologize. The sound effect threw Freem off, thinking that was part of it. You just said ball, so I had to throw the in there. That was not the sound effect.
That was the innuendo buzzer. I'm sorry.
Yes, that was. It was. That
was the answer for that one sports?
It was sports.
Yeah.
Yes, sports, and so
that's why I said ball, because sports ball. But yeah.
Yeah. So, well, the good news is that you scored 8 of them.
Woohoo!
So you did not get to censor, which could have been in the, didn't even know it, but 8. So that is 80 gamer score for P-Tart. That brings you to a grand total of 280.
Yeah, we did much better. I'm impressed he figured out air guitar, because, it was...
I mean, you look like you were playing the harp, but I figured
it was angelic. It was angelic. You were like strumming like the.
It's the hair, isn't it?
All right, so Alex, you have one topic left on the board, which may or may not be the easiest topic on the board since it was the first topic I made. Just saying, but
I'm going with not.
Oh boy.
And you have to score at least 9 of them. All right, so
we got this, Alex.
At least 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 is a tie. 10 out of 10 is a win.
Go for broke. We're getting 10.
Right.
Go big or go home. I mean.
All right. We have. Let's see.
No pressure, guys. No pressure.
All right.
None at all.
All right. Here we have pew 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 for Alex to describe to Mr. Freem.
Nope. Kenny.
Oh, to Kenny. I'm so sorry. Thank you. That would have got awkward in a hurry.
A little bit.
I would have to call fraud on that.
The fix is in. All right. So, Alex, I am posting these to you. These are all franchises that include guns.
I'm so glad that's not our category.
This can go so well and so bad, and I don't know how.
Hey, if it's franchises, we've got a chance, right?
Well, franchises for us and most people listening, not named Elroy, you think Call of Duty, Halo. For Elroy, it's probably going to be these Ratalaika games that I've never played or haven't heard of.
No, come on, let's be fair. They're all going to be ATA Neo Geo franchises.
That's right.
Marginally worse.
Show respect for your hamster overlords. All right, so Metal Slug, right? All right. Are you ready, Alex?
Yes.
I think you got a good shot here. All right, we will start now.
First one you think of?
Call of Duty, Halo.
Yep, got it. It's not Halo, it's the other big exclusive for Xbox.
Gears of War.
Yep. If it's your Death Knell, it's your horror, it's 4 letters, it's really
Left 4
short.
Dead.
No, it's a Bethesda title. ZeniMax just come through. Has it? Something
Prey.
Eternal. Skip this for now. Okay, the big Halo exclusive.
Big Halo. The big what?
Oh, whoops! I meant Xbox, didn't I? Right. Okay. It is a World War II shooter. It's not Call of Duty. It's
Battlefield.
yes. It's set in Rapture. It's an amazing series.
BioShock.
Yes. It is a lootem shootem.
Borderlands.
4-player co-op. It is Freem's game.
Destiny.
Yes. It's a horror one. The horror series. Jill Valentine.
Resident Evil.
Yes. Return to Castle.
What?
Return to Castle Blank. A big German Nazi shooter series. Very topical current.
Wolfenstein.
Yes. And I skipped. Did I skip one?
Oh.
You did.
I think we got 8 out of 10.
We chose so wisely.
All right.
I think we're
Let's
one
count
short,
them
aren't
up.
we? Can't remember.
Yeah,
I think.
You didn't get
You got
Doom.
Call of Duty.
Dude!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, how fitting!
Gears of War. Halo did not quite work out for you either. That was the... And because a terrible clue for Halo would be it's the Halo exclusive.
Yeah, I meant to say it's the big Xbox exclusive, and it was so obvious I said it's the big Halo exclusive.
Yeah, you got Battlefield, you got BioShock, you got Borderlands, you got Destiny, you got Resident Evil, and you got Wolfenstein for a total of 8.
Yeah.
And as we
Everything except Doom and
discussed
Halo.
earlier, we have 80 gamer score for a total of 270 gamer score.
Dang.
That was down to the wire. That is insane. So, by a grand total of 10 gamer score, P-Tart, you move on to the winner's circle.
Ooh.
All right. So, Freem, you get to go with her. So,
Well, doesn't she get to
fantastic.
pick? I mean, you could pick to earn the
Oh,
food.
that's true. Well, you know what? We'll give P-Tart that
I'll take
option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Oh, man. Foof, you just keep being you, man.
Yay.
Just stay in my kitchen.
Yeah. Your fate was doomed on that one.
Oh.
Man. I hear there's a lot of games just like it, too.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know if Frame's gotten to that episode yet. Where
Oh yeah, no. That was like in the 70s. You guys have been beating that horse for ages.
Which episode are you up to by now?
Yeah.
I'm on episode 97.
Oh,
No,
You know about
you're
my
so
birthday
far
challenge yet?
Yeah, that was in 2019, wasn't it?
No. I'm on episode 109. That is August 26th.
Oh, nope. He hasn't heard about my birthday
wow.
challenge yet.
So he's 10 behind.
All right, so we're moving on to the winner's circle. All right, so P-Tart, let me give you a brief overview of the rules. I have modified the rules slightly to give you a little more time. So the winner's circle is your chance to win 100,000 gamer score, one foof, right now, right here. You will have 90 seconds to guess the 6 subjects based on the clues given by the clue giver, which is no other than Mr. Free. The same things apply as far as the bell, the buzzer, and the horn. And for one correct answer, you get 5,000 gamer score. 2 gets you 10, 3 gets you 25, 4 gets you 50, 5 gets you 75, and all 6 get you the full foof for 100,000 gamer score. All right, so I am going to give the topics to Mr. Freem.
And Peter, remember these are categories typically.
Yes, this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, you got 90 seconds, so you can talk them out.
oh, Freem can just give me the answers then?
No, not like Alex.
Elroy, I haven't seen it yet.
Halo
Are
exclusive.
you doing it like the show that you're not copying, where it's one at a time?
Would you rather one at a time? I can.
I mean, it's your game. I mean,
it'd be very difficult to keep time and such. So
okay, just throw them all up. I'll do them in order, because I can just say pass anyway.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. I am going to paste them and get my clock ready. So 90 seconds. You have 6 topics or 6 subjects, and when you're ready, Frame.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Go. Here we go. All that glitters, or long. You gave a clue about this for a type of thing that takes really long.
Things that are grindy.
Grindy. Yep.
Games that take a long time. Okay.
Add-ons.
DLC.
Yeah. What's the greater category? You're right there.
DLC, extra content, additional content,
the base
game, extra additional gamer score.
So you got the game, and then
game
add the other piece to it. She's right there, man. Rattle like sometimes you.
Quick games, easy completions.
Keep going.
Quick 1000.
There you go. You got a mashing, or repeatedly tapping. Nephew.
Chronos nephews.
Yeah. What are they doing? where you got to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
Repeating. Turbo remotes. Commands.
Keep going.
Console commands.
Nope. If you have to jump repeatedly, you have
holding A.
What do you keep doing?
Holding down buttons.
Not holding it. You got to do it more than once.
Tapping buttons. Buttons.
Femshep. The Dandara. Oh boy.
Metroidvanias.
Samus. There's one.
Female characters.
There you go. Showing up on time. Saying your name when you're talking.
Manners.
Trading off who's earning
boosting.
What.
Keeping score.
In a group.
Trading score.
If you're working
boosting.
on. Yep. And
cooperative.
And being nice and being what's appropriate.
Boosting rules. Courtesy.
Hey,
that's it.
Nice.
Whew.
That was tough.
Man, y'all nailed it. 100,000 game score. You got a Kenny.
Congrats.
You got a Foof.
Did I get a crown again?
Yes. We will snatch it off of Alex's Halo exclusive head and put it right on you, and you are all set. And man, you have really been performing well in these here. And
I appreciate your flexibility on those, Elroy.
Yes.
What was the second category?
Yeah, what were the official lists?
The official names. Really grindy achievements.
You were in the ballpark,
right? So you're pretty much there.
Grindy, yeah.
The actual wording: games that have DLC available. So
that is a very odd word choice.
You're right. So that's why I'm happy he gave it to you because you were right there. Publishers that give out easy gamer score, you got that one. Actions you perform while pressing buttons on a controller.
See, y'all went a different direction than I intended there. I was intending like jump, crouch.
I didn't even think about
shoot,
it. I immediately went to
dash.
I was so fixated on turbo controllers.
Yeah, y'all were getting really down in the weeds on that one.
And I'm happy you didn't buzz me when I said femshep, because it was games with female protagonists. So I thought maybe that would slip me up.
I thought that was the perfect clue. Because we've been talking about it earlier, and that's the example we'd given.
I had no idea what you were talking about, and then until you said Samus.
Okay, perfect.
You didn't mention Tomb Raider?
I completely blanked because I went with Dandara. Who the hell's gonna do that one?
No,
that's what I was thinking.
I know who you were talking about with Dandara.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
And then the last one was boosting session etiquette.
Okay. I'm glad I got it with manners or light or whatever it ended up being.
Man, that was good though. That was quite the run there. Props to your clue giver and
Elroy.
Stuck in
this
there.
was so much fun. Holy crap! I really like doing this.
Yeah, this
was great, and this was also stressful.
Well, not for the participants. Probably for Elroy trying to manage the whole thing.
Oh man,
no, I'm sweating. I'm for sure sweating.
I too, man. Woo.
This seems so easy listening to it, and when you go to do it, it's just like mind blank.
Oh yeah. Managing 3 buttons, plus the added Alex innuendo button.
That's right.
And then the watch on my phone and having to paste it. I just knew I was going to paste the list to the person getting the clues and be like, oh well, just change that up. You're going to give the clues now. And so. But yeah, y'all were great. Y'all did a great job.
This was awesome.
So.
Yeah, thank you for having us. This was this was a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right.
Hopefully we did better than the 70s version, or we're slightly more entertaining.
Well, your hair is just as fabulous as that lady that was on there with the big feather earrings and such and so forth.
Way less
I love how
pervy.
you're saying that to Sarah, but Kenny, meanwhile, in the other camera, is taking his headphones off and tossing his hair to the side.
Y'all wish you could flick your hair like this. Prince Charming.
I could if mine wasn't in a messy bun.
Boing, hit it.
Yes. There you go. I got you. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming out tonight. And until the next episode of Cheev Whiz, whether it be not Card Sharks or not $25,000 Pyramid or not Jeopardy or whatever it's not, we look forward to seeing you then. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.